Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah, I definitely. Oh, excuse me.
Did you figure? Oh, we're doing a whole new one. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was hoping, but no matter how hard I tried, it would not switch. Mm.
Where did the salmon come from?
What? They got rid of my boy.
Did they? Okay, so
I thought
I was just reading the
frozen
community hub,
salmon.
and
I'll
they
do.
were saying something like, "It's such a controversial icon. Could you please get rid of it? Because
Excuse me?
like, just get rid of the political whatever."
The icon is
And
literally the
yet,
same as the one we're looking at right now.
well, okay, and I'm just saying, like, yeah, Abraham Lincoln, no different. Don't get me wrong. I think he was a pretty good president, but there is a lot of
Right.
stuff around presidency that we never really opened up because it was, oh, you're going to be him too? Okay, that's fine. I'll change
Right.
it.
I have to be. I was an
That's
American
fine.
president. Is there another American president on there?
I can be someone who represents me much easier.
Lord, take him
Is that
out.
There we
Game
go.
of Thrones?
So it's going to
Is that Game of
change.
Thrones?
No, just totally general with way too many medals,
Okay.
which
Well, Kyle
perfectly
loves to
describes
fish.
my
He
personality.
gets fish all the time. He doesn't like fish.
Oh no, I meant this guy. Is this guy
Love
Game
fish.
of Thrones?
Marry him.
He's married to Whitley.
I don't know, maybe.
What do we do? How do we get rid of
No
her?
one's significant.
Marry him. This is awesome.
Kyle is so weird.
Just
I'm
pretty
glad-
generic.
I'm glad they kept at least one American president on there. So I'll say that.
Good
Yeah,
fit
yeah.
for Whitley.
But-
They
I
both
mean,
have
and it would
crazy high energy.
it would be nice if they put on like someone like George Washington. That's all I'm saying. Like they got
Right.
the South American or the South African guy. What's his name?
Kyle's mom is
Mandela.
Oh, Mandela.
Mandela. Yep, that's it.
really sweet.
And it looks like some sort of.
The weird thing is they only put the portraits on.
I
Like they're not
obviously-
naming them or anything.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is that
Oh shit!
I get it.
Do that.
Nice Mandela.
I remember him dying in prison. Oh, it's a butterfly effect.
How dare you? That's what I'm thinking. Like, okay, you know what? If you're gonna be like so butthurt that Trump is in your game, then just add Biden, and then you can choose who do you want. You know?
Or even go
Like,
crazy,
there's
add
really-
Hillary. Like, I'd be
Add
okay
Hillary.
with that.
Why not?
That would be funny.
That would be hilarious. Like a war, Hillary versus Trump. That would be great. Let's see
Yeah.
who wins. You know? Oh my gosh.
And
Shoot.
you give them their appropriate strengths and weaknesses. Like, that would be awesome.
One of them is really good with Russians. One of them is
Right.
really bad with emails. You know, just whatever. Fine.
Well, that's the hard part is you would have to say like Trump he's not charming, but he has charming effects.
Right? Like that's
Like
in my
he gets
head.
what he wants. Like he is charming, but he's not charming.
Act it out.
No, it's not charming because charismatic is what a lot of Democrats have.
Barack
Especially
Obama
that
is
Kim guy.
is batting
very-
5,000 or whatever it is. He's the most charming
Yeah, like
man on earth.
he's right. His charisma is there. But then I think Trump is more of like a tactful guy or something like in a trade deal you want Trump. In let address the people you want Obama.
Right, and that's because Obama is a politician. He's used to talking to people and bringing people together, whereas Trump is
Right.
used to making deals. He needs
Right.
to get that building, and he's going to do whatever it takes. He's going to call you beautiful and nice right now, and then a dirtbag in a second, just to get that building. And
I mean, and the beauty of both of them is it's not even that simple, right? Like Trump knows how to, say, you're beautiful if he needs to, but he knows that you are, when you're that person who's like, don't cut the bullshit with me, which is why he was able to meet with Kim Jong-il or whatever that psychopath was, and he was able to do business with him because he knows when to suck up and when to say, hey, don't cut the shit with me, man. And, he gets the stuff done. And so, and it's the same with Obama. Like, charismatic people know what to say to the crowd and can read them in like a split second to know I got to say this to get them on my side.
But it's like I get it. Trump was definitely divisive. He divided the country very much. But Obama brought us together, but he didn't bring the world together. Like, he caused all kinds of problems throughout the world.
Well, and honestly, I don't think.
When he was in office,
Yeah.
people were saying the world had a terrible view of America, and I didn't understand
Yeah,
why.
well-
I didn't follow politics or read about history, but it was like
I
it didn't
know.
make sense because he's so charming. Why would they think I'm an asshole if I have a charming black president?
Right. Well, it was the same though with Trump, right? Nobody, like
Yeah.
for decades, nobody has viewed America as amazing, except that when
Right.
people want to go to the actual country, everyone's dying to jump on board, right? So
Right.
you can follow that shit all you want, but it cracks me up because this side of the world, they'll talk shit about our politicians until the cows come home. We were talking just now about how even the best of our politicians will never tell the truth, like the God honest truth, because our corruption is so deep and heavy that
it's almost like they
the guy
can't.
that I liked Marco Rubio for a long while, and I thought, man, this guy is awesome, but he would never like our lobbyists, the lobbyist system. It's like, that's got to go, that's got to get out of here. And I thought maybe he might be the one when they were going for Republican primaries and Trump, that whole 2016 thing, right? And it's like when he had the chance to, he didn't. He ran from it. And so it's like, and now this guy, this prime minister that's running Bulgaria, he is calling shit out on every single guy. And it's like, and he's talked about, like, he's got his family under protection and all this stuff because he knows that these people he's going after are powerful and they're going to come after him, right? And so he's made this huge thing where he's like, I'm here for Bulgaria, I'm making this precautions to protect my family and protect whatever because I know people are coming after me. And it's like, dude, when you're done here, could you just head over to the States and talk to some people? It doesn't have to be everyone, but like these god-awful good people that you see who want to really make a change and who are just kind of like scared shitless, like, talk to them, prepare them, get the Bulgarian mafia to protect their families or whatever, and then have them do that, right? Oh man. Anyway, it's all good.
The thing, okay, so just jumping back a little bit, the thing that really blew my mind was that you had Obama, who now a lot of information about him has come out, so it's like he was so charming, but he was like sending these drone strikes and killing innocent people all the time. And then you have Trump, who is literally, I've never seen someone divide the country so much. And he was the one that went and talked to a dictator who shut himself off to the entire world, shook his hand, and crossed the borders. He did that. He was the one that shut down Putin and cut back on his nuclear production. He did that. The most divisive president ever. How? Okay,
it's easy. Both of them have extremely powerful characteristics, which used under the right or the wrong circumstances can be, like Hitler was super charismatic, right? We wonder how Germany was able to side with them.
Compare Trump to Hitler, but yeah, I get it.
No, sorry, I'm not comparing Trump to Hitler. I'm comparing Obama to Hitler, but I'm not comparing him in any way other than saying, because I'm sorry, I understand that there is certain political differences within our family, and I'm definitely on the wrong side of it as far as whatever.
I don't call it the wrong side.
Obama was very charismatic, and so was Hitler. Like, those two personalities were extremely charismatic. That's how Hitler got a whole country behind him. So charismatic people are always going to get people behind them. So they're going to unite a group of people, and then people with the personality of cold-hearted, business tactical type of personality are not, So, I don't like Trump, and Obama was fine. I prefer way more politicians that are not even in the spotlight of anything, but whatever. But the point is that these guys, with their personalities and their characteristics, I think it would be great. I really think it would be great if what's her name? Dang it, I can't remember her name, and I should because I voted for her like twice. But anyway, if she had like the charismatic thing and the tactical trade, logical whatever thing that Trump has, if she had that, then she could actually rise to power on the platform of the Green Party. But she doesn't.
But nobody...
She's like me. And it's like, oh, it's so frustrating because I don't want to be charismatic.
Sorry.
I don't want to, I'm sorry. I got to finish my thought. But I don't, like, I want to say the truth. Like, I've always, like, that's been most of my life, is seeking the truth, right? And so when I see charismatic people, I'm like, okay, that's bullshit, right? And that takes, that's a very few a very few select group of people that actually see the bullshit behind the charisma, because most of the time people are just falling in love with the charisma, which is why Obama united America, which is why Hitler united Germany, right? These are people who are able to feed bullshit enough to unite a country or a huge group of people, right? Sorry. Yeah, I mean, and that's but it's true. Okay, I got a charisma, but it's with kids. And the day that we find a disease that can kill off most of the adults in the world, I will become the ruler of the world. Like, that will happen, okay?
All right.
That's what Fauci's doing.
Hang on,
Don't
I'm
worry.
going to add some beats. He was joking. It's a joke.
It's a joke. No, I'm dead serious. I am fucking dead serious. Viva la children! Or however you say children in French. Okay.
We're literally going to get in trouble, right? Like, we don't live in a free country anymore.
Okay? That's all I'm saying.
YouTube's going to be like, you have an audience of 0. Misinformation.
Misinformation. Block him.
Block him.
Can we get him to have negative views? We will now.
It's true, though.
Addison owes YouTube.
I just wanted to say, because there are a lot of people out there that'll take statements like comparing Hitler and Obama at face value. I want to say that comparing those two isn't saying that Obama is as murderous as Hitler. He's saying that
not at all.
They both have this ability to bring people together in a way that if Obama decided he wanted to be a little bit violent, he could probably do some damage. But since he's not, he seems like he has genuine, to America anyway, genuine good intentions, probably not going to happen from his end.
And that is not what I was saying at all. I mean, out of the last 5 presidents, I'd probably say he was, leaning on more of my favorite. Actually, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I would say he was definitely one of my favorite. So I'm not comparing him as, I know he did bad stuff. Every guy for sure does. But the charisma that seeps from someone who's got that natural ability is going to be able to hide it a lot easier than somebody like Trump, who has none of it. Right. And again, I'm not speaking against Republicans or Democrats for anyone who's listening. I'm just saying that because Trump didn't have it, he was a divisive person. Now, you can speak of how awesome he was in creating boundaries for our country against these wacko countries. And you can speak about the problems he caused too. But the point is, he wasn't charismatic, and that's what caused our country to be divisive. If someday we have someone like a Trump and an Obama kind of personality mix, I think that could be super awesome or super dangerous, because somebody with that kind of power could do whatever they want, right?
For me, the dream team was Bernie Sanders and Tulsi Gabbard. Because you had this dude who had this moral standard that he'd been holding to for 30 plus years. And this woman who, young, inspiring, was in the army, had this, she wouldn't take any shit. She wouldn't take money from people that wanted to control her. It's like straight arrow. If you put those two together, oh man, the things you could do.
That would be so awesome, right?
But it makes it clear why they shut her down so early and him as soon as they could, because he was leading for so long. They just
right.
Nope.
No, and it's seriously, you ask, is our country corrupt? And look at that, like the, the list of Democrats that that would, when Biden was running, right?
Right.
You saw the list of Democrats, and you saw your top 6, 7, 8 guys who you wanted to go into office, and you were like, yeah, if I was more Republican, I would change my stance just to get that guy.
Yeah.
And all of them are like the first ones out, and it's like, you know what?
No.
There's something there,
and even
right?
go back and watch. I watched the Democratic elections all the way through. Biden disappeared for like 80% of it.
Yeah.
He was there for the
Right.
beginning. He was like, nah.
Yeah.
And then right at the end, he's like, oh, yeah, sure, why not? And I'm president. Oh, what a coincidence. Oh,
Jeez
most
Louise.
votes ever in an election ever? Oh, what a coincidence.
Right. What a coincidence.
Like, I'm not
Oh
saying
my
it was
God.
stolen, but, dude.
It was, yeah. And it was like, I mean, his win was similar to that of, what's his name? The other Bush that was running when Trump was running. It's like, what? You offer nothing. You offer nothing.
I was vice president under Obama, who you really liked. Right. Remember that?
So, I must remember something, right? Right? Do I? Guys?
Oh, man.
Notes. I forgot everything. Oh, my goodness. Anyway. Oh, man. And that's the political discussion of Playing Kingdoms Reborn.
There's a political podcast coming out later this week.
Abigail, I've invited you like 3 different times.
So I tried to get in it, and it said we're playing a different version.
Oh,
you.
Okay, so go to Steam.
Hold on.
Thank you, Allison.
Exit out of the game first.
Yeah. Hold on. Why is it not doing that? Okay. Okay, I'm at Steam.
Right-click Kingdoms Reborn.
Okay.
Properties.
Okay.
Betas.
What was it selected as, Abigail?
None, most likely. That's what mine was.
I think that's it, yeah.
Oh, did you get whatever?
You and your Bulgarian privilege.
It's more of the never turning off your computer because I want to earn Bitcoin privilege thing.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. That and
did you hear that
I believe
the government seized a ton of Bitcoin?
Yeah, it was illegal, right? Like it was illegal stuff. I mean, there's still a lot of people who throw a fit about it because they're like, we're not supposed to have regulation.
Right, but isn't it supposed to be outside of their, like, isn't it supposed to be like they can't get it? Like, that was the whole point.
They didn't, go ahead.
No, I've just been, this week I heard 1 or 2 people bring it up, and they said stuff that I would say to you, like, well, you said that they couldn't get it, so what now? And I literally just want to hear your answer, because I think that
okay, so the answer is this.
Yeah.
You know how dollars work, right? If I slip you cash, and say I want you to do this job for me, the cash is not traceable. Yes, there's control that the cash has because there's numbers on the cash, which that doesn't matter either. It's more of the control comes from the feds deciding to pump trillions of dollars into the system, and then all of a sudden the value of the cash drops, right? That's the real control issue.
Right.
So the thing that's so nice about cash is that it goes untraced. So if I want to illegally hire a Mexican, sorry, racist, but let's say if I want to do that, I can do that with cash because that cash is not traceable, right? But when I take that cash and I throw it into a bank, and that bank asks for my social security card and my passport and all my information, Now, anytime money comes into the bank or goes out of the bank, even though it's cash, it's still now being regulated and monitored, and the government can seize my money, seize my assets. Whereas if I had $1 million in cash in a briefcase, the only way they would be able to seize it is by grabbing the briefcase, right?
Right.
So Bitcoin is the same thing. Bitcoin is like cash. The only difference is nobody can control how much is printed. So that's the whole non-control, non-regulation. There's no way that anyone is going to ever say, whoa, looks like people really like this Bitcoin. Let's make a bunch more of it and make a profit off of them. They can't do that. So that's the joy of Bitcoin. But now there's these companies who are scared of America, banning them, like KuCoin. Is this great company that I love that is banned in America. And I'm lucky because I'm living outside of America, then I am able to use the app without any problem. So I can have money come into the app and go out of the app, and they don't need to have my driver's license or anything. They don't need to know who I am. I could be Bill Butkus, and they don't care, right?
Yeah.
But all these other companies that are wanting to work within the system of America, they will ask for your passport. They'll ask for all this information. So that means if you illegally transact with Bitcoin, then they will be able to, the government will be able to go to the company and say, freeze his assets, seize the coins, that kind of stuff. So there are ways for you to get around that if you're worried about it. But I'm actually, now that I'm understanding it more and more and understanding that there are ways around it, I actually am encouraging this kind of regulation, because this kind of regulation actually provides a certain amount of safety for people like Grammy, who has no clue what's going on. And when you get baby boomers like Grammy on board with a system that will keep them safe with a certain kind of regulation, while at the same time allowing someone like me to be able to store Bitcoin on a cold storage that's like, throwing it onto a USB drive, and that way no one can access it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sweet spot, because then the value of Bitcoin goes up, and at the same time,
So one could say that
life is.
One could say that the biggest concern for people right now, the people that are saying most of the stuff about how the government can't control they're more concerned for the people that are trying to take advantage of it or make some illegal.
Right. And honestly, like, you'll know if the government could seize your money, because as soon as you set up an account on something and it asks for your passport, that by giving up that information, you are giving up your anonymity of this Bitcoin. So if you don't want that, if you want to be anonymous because you're doing something that you don't want the government to know, then find a different place, because
and
it is.
My instinct defense to that is, well, I also want to be on the internet, but I don't want everyone in the world to know that I'm the one saying this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I do want some anonymity.
Yeah. No, and I don't know. It depends. I have 2 different accounts. Crypto.com is, you have to have your passport, all that stuff. And so, all my information there is available for public knowledge. Mm-hmm. And then I've got my KuCoin, and any funds that I transfer to that account, nobody's going to ever know, that it exists. So I've got my 2 worlds. And, I'm a teacher, so I'm not like a mafia guy or anything like that. So I don't really care what people know about me. But if there ever came a day where I needed to, I have a different world where I would be able to transfer those assets to a hidden place. So I think it's mostly just building awareness,
So the biggest thing for me.
Sorry, before I'm going to start, because I know Abiel's like bored. Yeah, and I just want you guys to know that I have created an Amazon rainforest type of map, okay? So just so you guys...
Oh, we're brand new?
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because, it started over. So, okay, go ahead, Addison, say what you're going to say.
The biggest thing for me is, I never liked the control the government had on me through money. right? It was
Right.
never like I couldn't just work for food or work for a place to stay. I had to make money and then pay for that stuff. And
Right.
like we've seen recently, the government has some control over who gets money and who doesn't. And
Right.
so what worries me about any regulations with Bitcoin, is you're taking this currency that seems to be given to the people, power to the people, and now suddenly the government can regulate it, quote, regulate it, and make sure that, quote, unacceptable viewpoints aren't being spread through this Bitcoin.
Right? Yeah.
And
no, and that is always.
Or...
Yeah, and that is always the new bill they passed, the infrastructure bill. That is the highest concern amongst crypto people, is that it was vague. And that was the biggest concern. Like, if you're going to create regulations, most of us are actually on board with certain regulations, because once you get mainstream people feeling safe about it, that's awesome. Then, we gain a whole bunch of money because of being early adopters. But the problem is they were super vague about it. So right now, the current state that America's in is that maybe there is going to be taxing on Bitcoin and stuff like that. And I mean, the nice thing about Bitcoin, I'm saying Bitcoin, this coin specifically, is that there's going to be very little control. There's no way to actually control the flow of the coin itself. But what are they going to require the app creators who are legally free to work in the American area? What are they going to require them to, ask of you? And so that part is not scary for me, because I don't live in America. I mean, I might still have issues because I'm an American citizen, but I don't have to worry so much about that because I'm not living in the 50 states. I don't know. I just wish that they would figure out a decent way of saying, you know what, like Ukraine is like the next country that's adopting Bitcoin in the midst of this thing that's happening with them. Bulgaria's got like a couple $1 million worth of Bitcoin as a government. Like, a government owns this, right? So I mean, it's just like there is these countries who understand its use. And so my concern from my home country is, if you're going to do this thing where you're going to be vague or whatever, you're either going to lie your ass off to your people, which is not cool, but you've been doing that for decades anyway. So, okay, I guess they're naive enough to listen to your bullshit still. Or you're going to do what China did and said, look, we don't like Bitcoin, or we want to tax you, so we're going to make sure that we're going to regulate it to its fullest extent. And then everyone's going to leave, because that's what happened in China. Literally, the population of China in Western China dropped by like 25%, and Kazakhstan had this huge flow of Chinese immigrants, and they all showed up with their mining equipment, and now Kazakhstan's economy is booming. And China's western side has just lost everything because they want to control their currency. And it's like, do you want that? I mean, do you really want control over prosperity? Is that your thing? So anyway,
I mean, it kind of feels like that's what China wants, control over all.
It definitely is what China wants, but what about capitalist America, right? That's always been the opposite, right? Capitalism has always been about like prosperity, right? Abigail, settle down.
Yeah,
did you find a place yet?
The difference is that
I'm waiting for you, Addison, before I sit down.
Oh, I'm just having such a hard time.
I picked a really way too small of a spot.
Okay.
Dumb.
I hate this spot.
Why did you choose it?
I haven't chosen it yet.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. Oh, you know what? Okay, nope. I'm gonna wait and see where Edison said. Oh, did you settle up there? Cotton
Yeah.
place? Okay, cool.
I took the. I don't know what I'm doing. This is dumb. There's nothing up here except gold. That's it. And only one.
That works, man. That works.
And it's cut off by mountains mostly.
Oh shoot! I wanted to build just south of you guys, but Rowan is down here, and I feel like I'll have to crush them or something. So I'll go to the east of Abigail, I guess. I just want a spot where I can trade with you guys easier.
Yeah.
Will I be able to trade if I go here? Nope.
Son of a bitch.
Can I build right next to him? Nope. If I can here. Alright, that would be a good
other players to choose location.
I'm working on it.
Wait, what are you waiting? I'm building. Oh. No.
It's just frozen, right? Dude, that's it.
That's fine. This gives me a chance to
Alright.
get ahead.
Nice. Alright, I'm gonna go over here, and then I will just plan on expanding down south later. But I need to be close to the river. Okay.
Awesome. Sorry.
That sounded sarcastic.
No, it just worked out so nicely.
Oh, did it? Okay, good.
Yeah.
In that case, good.
I have the seeds of wheat and of cotton.
Boyish. I don't know. I know what to do. Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Oh.
This will be. Wait. Man, whoever made this game did a really good job. I should have contacted him and begged him not to get rid of the old one.
Oh, you gotcha. Okay. Well, I know that whatever he changed in the upgrade version, like the upgrade, you got the tech tree and then you got the upgrade tree.
Mm-hmm.
In the upgrade tree, you are not able to get all your, like, there's certain things that you can't pick, but it's not clear why. So I don't know. I was trying to read something to figure out that stuff, but I couldn't figure it out in time.
Well, I'm just hoping, because it's not too late in the year. I'm just hoping that this one lasts for more than 1 month.
Oh yeah. I'm not holding my breath because it's early access yet, so yeah. I'm just glad they're not flipping over, changing everything kind of thing. So I'm happy for that reason.
This is true. Maybe we could do Satisfactory. I've been working on an intro and a theme
Satisfactory
for that specifically.
Abigail, close your ears. Don't listen to this bullshit.
Sorry.
It's worse than Biden talking. Sorry, I'm done with the politics. Really am.
Hello, my fellow Jamiroquais. I've been saying on the West Coast that Santa Claus is coming. Not Santa Claus. Jesus is coming down, and he's gonna make sure that we got plenty of cars.
Was this approved? Sure, you wrote it. I knew that. Don't tell me what I know.
I love it. I love it when he comes out and he's like, they won't let me ask certain people questions. So I have a list here. You're just like, who won't let you ask, man? You're the king.
He's like, shit. I shouldn't have said that.
Oh, and then what was it? Some reporter asked him a question. He was like, "Do you think inflation's good?" And he flippantly, he was just like, "Do I think inflation's good? You stupid son of a bitch." And then he just went back to what he was doing. It was like,
oh, seriously?
This is my favorite I've ever seen him, ever. Like, I wish he would treat every reporter like that. You stupid son of a bitch. What are you talking about?
Oh my god, seriously.
Oh, harsh.
Harsh, the guy asked him if he thought inflation was good.
Yeah, okay, and I'm sorry, because there are so many idiots out there. Not idiots, they're geniuses, but they totally are trying to take advantage of the people.
Yeah.
So you've got these hedge fund folks, Kathy Wood, who I thought she was awesome because she was, investing in Bitcoin and stuff like that. And people were asking her, what about the inflation issue? And she's like, oh, well, inflation is actually a good thing. You shouldn't really worry about it. It's something that you should just relax about. And she was totally doing that because the inflation, like the more people, put money out there and contribute to the inflation, the more she makes money, right? Yeah. And so it's like, holy shit, I just, like, all the stock I had in you, gone. Like, totally gone.
Seriously.
Jeez. It's like, come on. Have you that thing that is really important? No, it's morality. You have, integrity. Like, where's your integrity, man?
Right?
I get making money, and that's awesome. I'm all about it, but not when it costs my integrity.
Here's the big thing, though, is that not only do certain senators have control over how certain companies grow or fall because of laws or regulations they pass, they know about these laws and regulations that are going to get passed, and it's not illegal for them to invest in these companies that they're about to cause to crash or build. How is that legal?
Yeah, and that's, like, not the highlight of our corruption, but it's definitely, like, one of the markers of corrupt America,
it's
right?
Automatically creating a separation between our government officials and the rest of us.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, if I knew Elon Musk was going to go up 100 points, I'd invest every single penny I had in him. If I knew for a fact.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'd be right there with Elizabeth Warren and AOC and all the other senators or House representatives, whoever they are. I don't know.
Yeah.
Government.
Well, okay,
people.
Because they're even saying there was one company who, I don't know if they won or lost the lawsuit, but this is how bad it is, okay? Because you're right. People who are, or in government, they have this advantage of knowing what's to come, which allows them to invest in advance and, make tons of money, right? They had this lawsuit against the company who was able to look a half a second into the future, allowing them to buy things at like 1/100 of a cent lower than the rest of the world. And they were having this lawsuit against this company who was, quote unquote, taking advantage, which, I think is valid, especially if you're a day trader and, you're wanting to make money that way just by sitting in front of a computer and buying and selling, then this company is kind of screwing you over,
at
even
least
if
play
it's
by
like
the rules that the rest of us are.
Right. So then it's like, okay, you're looking at that. You as a government are suing this company, and then you've got days, weeks, I don't know how long, where you thought, okay, we're going to put this law into action, and you got all this time to think about it.
And on top, sorry, go ahead, Abigail.
Yes, Abby, do.
Real quick, just pertaining to the game that we're playing.
Right.
Would anyone be willing to gift me like I don't know, like 50 wood at the most, or 30?
So when I get it,
all my wood.
Yeah. Oh.
I've got 0 wood right now. So
sorry.
I can't build anything.
I just use G and cut down a bunch of trees around your area.
Oh, dork. Got it.
especially
Thank
the
you.
ones near the coast. Maybe.
Honestly, I thought you had already done that. I was about to cut down a bunch of my trees and give it to you.
Sorry.
So,
That's
if you want to
that's
know
how
who the
her town
pushover
stays.
is, whatever
I'm
you
That's
sorry.
how her
guys.
town stays pristine.
I didn't know
She
how to
gets
do it.
everyone
Thank
else
you.
to deforest.
Addison, I'm so sorry. Thank you for being willing.
You're good.
You're good.
Gosh, what a dork.
Oh, man,
I didn't know I could do that.
that's awesome. I think you should have kept going with it. So, guys, come on. I really need something. Oh,
That's so
geez.
bad.
You know what really frustrates me the most? Is I had such a good amount of the resources I need coming in.
Yeah.
I had 5,000 stone,
It's true.
2,000 wood consistently.
I had so much.
I just remember I had like 30,000 food, and now I have 6. I have 6 oranges.
You know what's
sitting
crazy
in stock.
is when I told you I was desperate for food and you gave me like 3,000.
Yeah.
I never dipped below 3,000.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, I went up to 5.
Oh, nice.
I don't know what happened,
See,
but I
but-
did something right.
Okay, no, and I think that's what it is that, they fill up the houses, right? And there's like a max amount that the houses fill. And I think once all the houses are stocked up, then you can actually start building a stockpile that is accurate.
Well, that makes sense because your people don't die as soon as you run out of food. It takes a little bit.
Yeah. Anyway, it's all good.
Oh yeah.
My happiness is
Oh, yeah.
slowly going down.
Okay, it's a game I can't necessarily recommend because it's not multiplayer. But if you're into this kind of stuff, but you would prefer, instead of trying to build a city of 1,000 people and have like not so much micromanaging, just macromanaging, everything. But if you prefer that micromanaging and want to run like a town of 200 people, Ostriv, I have to recommend. I have just gotten Ostriv, yeah. And their normal speed level is just...
A-U? Aw?
Oh, Ostriv. Oh, Ostriv. Oh, damn it. It's not even doing it right. Can you stop self-correcting? There we go. It's like a Ukrainian town, and then... Anyway, it's fine. It's good.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Anyway, this game, like, how this game is sort of relaxing and you don't have to rush to get stuff, and if you need to tear it down, then you can. So Ostriv is even slower paced, which is a really great game to play while you're teaching online. So, it's been something that I've been doing a lot of, and it's just so addicting because you're just sitting there watching the town grow little by little, and it's so micromanaging. Like you're buying carrots and onions from one of the neighbors who's growing it so that you can sell it to the whole town and stuff like that. It's something that I've really enjoyed. So if you like this game and you'd like a little more micromanaging than what this game's offering, then I would suggest Ostriv.
There are certain games, like, have you played Blueprint Tycoon?
No. Is that good?
It's kind of it feels like a mobile game that they put on the computer, but
okay.
The amount of whatever you said.
Micromanagement.
Yeah. It's so, like, to the point where you're setting up trade routes from one building to another. You're setting up distribution from those trade routes to your city. And when I say city, it looks like a blueprint, so it's not really graphically amazing. But then you'll set up how an item is produced within the building.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know, it just felt like you had this control, and you could make it super efficient, or you could just do something kind of crazy with it.
Okay, that's interesting. So because it does sound a little bit almost like the Factorio type of thing, where you're, trade routes, getting one thing, one resource to another, that kind of stuff.
Right.
And I mean, I do like it. I do like those games. I mean, apart from the jokes that I've had with you and the way that you play and blah blah blah, I do like those games. But I feel like Off Street, it's not even that. It's setting up, because you do have money, and the way you've got to pay workers. And I mean, I had to do research on that, because you're paying workers, but then they've got to pay land tax if they own land. And there's a lot of this micromanaging, so you have to make sure that your people are making money, which means you can't just be making money yourself. Like, one of the negative things, I start off with 2,000 gold coins. If I end a year having like 3,000 gold coins, I'm super worried that my people are going broke. And if I end up with 1,000 gold coins, then I'm overpaying them. So you have to actually find this perfect balance,
Right.
and you never really want to go over or under 2,000 gold coins. Whereas this game, for example, you're trying to get a bunch of people in, trying to get enough trade going so that you can have millions of coins, right? But that game, it's all about that perfect balance, and it's so, I don't know. I think it's realistic, of course, but then I think that there's just there's a certain beauty to it. I don't know. I really enjoy it.
It's, for me, Factorio. That's how it rings true. Is like, and of course, because I'm not strategically savvy.
Not true, but keep going.
There's a lot of a give when it comes to Factorio, so it doesn't have to be super efficient, but when you finish it and it's all working and you don't have to worry about backups here, or there's too much product here, then you get to zoom out and you look at the whole map, and it is, for me, it's literally like an art piece. Like, I would hang it on my wall and remember that factory forever.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean that I watch playing Off Street. You actually have to stop Bitcoin mining because of the amount of the detail that goes into it. It is a gorgeous landscape.
Right.
So it's, I do appreciate a beauty, and I get what you're saying too with the Factorio thing. So anyway, I've been looking for these different games because so Stoyanka keeps asking to play Icarus with us, the boys.
Yes. That has to be.
And I told her, and I said, that's awesome, but I'm giving her a warning, because she is more dependent than Mama. Like, I have counted the last time I played with her. I was counting the number of times she says, "Andrew, come help me," and it was probably two or three times in a 5-minute period. Right? That's just that's how frequent it is. And I told her that if we play, I am not putting you on speakerphone with them, because I don't want them to feel like they have you guys have to help her, and when it's time to go to the missions, we're not going to wait for you. Like, we're just going to go and do the missions. That first beginning mission where you just do the 3 scans.
Yeah.
The short scan takes us about 30 minutes. Yeah, and I tell her, because I get frustrated, and I really try to be patient, but I get frustrated. I'm like, I'm leaving without you. I don't care. I am leaving without you. She's like, you're so mean. Like, this is how the games are.
That's funny, because you and Chad are, like, I don't necessarily put you on the same level as chill. Like, he's super chill, and you're pretty chill. But competitive-wise, you're pretty similar. And he has this cousin, David, who's severely autistic, and he plays games with us sometimes, and he'll do stuff like, the game will end, and he'll be like, start the next game, start the next game, start the next game, start the next game. Chad will be like,
gosh, yeah.
David! And I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm not as competitive as you guys. And so for me, that's just Yeah, no, that's just kind of extra fun for me.
Extra fun.
So
Jeez.
I'm fine with her being in the chat with us.
Okay, all right, cool. I think that would be a good streaming opportunity then, right there. Jeez.
No,
I am
that sounds
telling you.
fun.
Oh, I lose my shit. And she's brought it up more than once. She's like, you're so helpful to me when we're not playing the game. And I'm like, what? Okay, I feel like I'm pretty. And she's like, no, you're not. You're very mean. And I'm like, okay. Let me explain. Anyway, so clearly I've shown my true colors. So there you go. Ah, jeez.
That sounds fun. We should do that sometime.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. And I will let her know.
Yeah, and let me know, like, if there's a Sunday or a Saturday after Saturday that you wanna do it.
Yeah.
I'm
I don't know what
set
time.
aside time, so I'll just make time whenever you have time.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I'll see if because I think a Sunday might be good. Just because Saturday I leave for this, and I like to have a little bit of time before this to relax even more, you know.
Right. Which answers my question, which is, do you guys want to start earlier? Nope.
Actually, okay, starting earlier. I like to have a period of an hour or so before I start with you guys, because I'm usually hanging out with friends or whatever. Yeah. And if I don't chill out, then I just get super quiet. I don't want to talk, you know.
Right.
And, you know, I play, but I feel like I'm not involved in the conversation. So yeah.
It's like drinking too much caffeine all week and then you expect it to do something for you.
That's exactly it. Oh, man. Okay. Well, I'm not starving.
We're starving.
Edison, I do have a question.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, Abigail, you are starving. Okay. Why have you not built houses for your people yet? Well, I know, but you guys have, like, people who are still homeless. Like, the first thing I do is put, I think, 5 houses down.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was curious. I was curious. Okay,
that's all. My time, not in people's time.
That makes sense. I mean, in one sense, and completely does not make sense in another, but still, you know.
Kinda feels like a murderous move.
Okay, so I did this in the investment card, you know, the first 3 cards.
Yeah.
And I tried the investment one, and it seems to be paying off pretty nicely.
Yeah, I did the wheat one. Not paying off.
Not paying off? Okay.
You said you had a question?
Abigail?
Andrew?
Or me?
Yeah.
My question was why you aren't having homes for your people.
Oh,
like, do you hate them that much? Or I was asking both of you. Like, you both have homeless people. I was just curious.
It feels like the greatest cities in the world have lots of homeless people, so I'm shooting for that.
Go
okay,
Seattle.
Okay. Go
Seattle, New York, San Francisco.
Oh boy. I don't even know what my city is then in comparison to all that.
Your city seems pretty nice. This is perfect, but
I mean, right now I've got enough room for people to live. Tons of food.
Yeah.
You know, I don't ask for the world. I just.
How often does your shit get broken into?
Never. Yeah.
Already, that seems like an upgrade.
People love me. No, I'm just kidding. They keep saying they're okay. I'm okay.
There's this dude on Twitter. His car got broken into, and he made this Twitter rant about, you know, how shitty LA. It was in LA. LA's shitty. I hate it here. I wish I could go move to the country somewhere. And then some celebrity jumped in and he's like, LA's a wonderful city, dude. Like, you just gotta get used to people breaking into your car, man. It's just a normal thing, dude.
What?
Oh my gosh.
What?
No.
I don't even know what
Normalize,
to do with that.
hashtag normalize crime.
Hashtag
Oh
my
my
city.
gosh.
Hashtag my
Hashtag my
city.
That is so
jeez.
messed up.
A little bit.
Wow.
It just
Oh,
shows you
man.
what people are willing to put up with.
Right. Oh, that's so sad. I mean, it really is
No.
sad, you know. Oh,
At the
man.
very least, say it's a nice city and be like, crime sucks. I hope we can crack down on it soon. But this city's awesome.
Yeah.
To
Right,
just be
right.
like, it's a normal thing, man. Get used
It's
to
a normal.
it.
Get used to it.
Who does?
It's
What?
almost like I'm on their side. Almost
Mhm.
like I'm the one breaking into. So, jeez.
That is
Oh,
insane.
Yeah.
I mean, I could give you more insane facts, but we'll stop there because that one was funny and the rest are not.
Oh, that's sad. Oh man.
Oh my goodness. So funny.
The devs don't care. Wow. Abigail still hasn't changed her name, so she is Abitu 2002 Town.
Oh yeah,
Which
I can't
sounds
remember
like
how
a
to
dope town.
change
And
that.
Starfall, and I finally have an appropriate icon for Starfall. So, finally.
Wait, how do you change your icon?
It was at the beginning of the game
Oh, suck.
when you change the picture and all that. Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It kind of looks like a bunny with antlers.
Yeah.
Bunny
Does it
deer.
though? I think most Game of Thrones people are going, Baratheon! What? And you're like, no, guys, it's Blue Bunny. You know. Yeah.
I never watched Game of Thrones, and where'd all my followers go?
All 5 of them, they're gone.
Right.
What happened?
Oh my word, that was good.
Yeah.
The devs don't care. What? What?
Devs are short for developers or the people who created the game. Sorry.
You know
just
what
wanted to
else it's
clarify.
short for?
What?
I'll tell you what else. What
What?
do you
I'm curious.
think?
Deviants?
What?
Devils.
Oh, devils.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think anyone made that connection.
I think
in the
you're
gaming
literally
world.
the only one that thought that
Yeah.
that meant devils.
I'm
Dev-
like, what?
I want you
hell?
to know. I want you to know that's totally appropriate, and I love you for it.
Oh my goodness. I'm just imagining the only group that's like on both of our sides is like a group of Seventh-day Adventist teenagers. Like, well, devs could be devils or they could be developers. It's really hard to say. Oh my goodness, it's so funny.
That's just like the thing that came to mind. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. Abigail, yeah, you're so. I'm sorry, Abigail. You cracked me up, girl.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me. I'm just feeling like I'm failing at this game significantly. So that's fine.
No, but
We
it's
all
great
fail
because
at
it's
this
like
game.
there's something that Abigail and I and Southern women over the age of 50 have in common, and that's we don't like the number 666.
Right?
There
And
you go. Okay.
There's no logic behind it other than we heard the Bible say it was bad once, so it's a bad number.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. I know. I'm like, why? Why?
So dumb.
It irritates me so much.
I'm not taking my chances.
Damn
It's
straight.
true.
Oh my goodness, that's too
Ain't
funny.
messing with that. Not today.
Not too.
Abigail, you don't do bad in this game, though. I mean, for whatever reason, Addison always keeps his population low. I don't know what any of us do. Sometimes I think it's like just the random roll of the game, but it's consistently.
Yeah.
He'll stay in third as far as population. It's not to say that he's bad at the game or anyone's bad, right? Because this is a very forgiving game, but he'll consistently be the lowest population. I'll be the highest, and you always hold a steady middle, and I'm right now receiving your immigrants. So then I'm thinking, all right, well, she's clearly going to dip to 10 or whatever, but that's not happening.
It never happens. It happens to everyone else, but not her.
Not her.
Are you talking about my population?
Yeah. I mean, I use a couple things. I use three main things to measure the success, right? I do the population, that's the easy one, and then the land size, and then when you go to the overview, when you click O, then I check out the GDP, see how much money you're making. So, that's kind of what I'm
going to tell you what I picture you are doing, and Abigail, I think you're different, but Andrew, this is what I picture you're doing. You'll say something like, "Oh no, I'm almost out of food." And then you'll do a little bit with food, but then you just build a shitload of houses and a stone worker, and you start a mine, and you're just like, who cares if I'm almost out of food? Let's keep expanding. Whereas...
Okay, but my mentality isn't that. It's like, oh, I'm out of food, but these other things also got to get built, so, and that's what I do, Anyway, so we're keep going with what you're...
Well, okay, then my mentality is, like, I build what I need, and then they can't even manage to build that. So... What?
Oh, gotcha.
I know, that's where I'm at, though.
Okay,
like,
but...
You can still do better than me, Abigail, so...
Okay, but what I'm
I don't
understand.
understand.
Blame yourself.
I had built food before, and so I'm waiting for that wave to still hit. So I'm maybe thinking optimistically, like maybe people, the food thing will catch up. Like that's what I'm hoping for. It doesn't always work, but then I try to do a trading post, so then that's my kind of backup. So when everything fails, I can buy a bunch of food, and not have to worry about starving.
So do you think this guy actually programmed in, like, inspiration? Because, like, the way you think in your game is, like, we don't have enough to do this, but I think we can get enough to do this if we work together. And your people are like, yes, let's do this. And they, like, come together and they actually do it. Whereas my people are like, he doesn't believe in us, so let's just, 8 hours a day.
Screw it.
Get a bonus grade. I'm going to go to TikTok.
If he did program it that way, then he's not the developer I thought he was, and I think I should look for a new game, so...
Well, I think he deserves an award, and that shows the difference between us two.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Wait, you don't think that would be awesome?
No, it's too incalculable. I want numbers, okay? I want to know that so many fruit gatherers is what I need for this many population, and this,
But that's the human spirit. Like, you can't quantify the human.
I know.
In the number.
It's so disappointing. It's why I'll do great at games like this, but when the end of the world comes, the only people that will be allowed into my village are kids who are pretty quantifiable until they're teenagers. And then when they're teenagers, they got to hit the road jack, okay? 13? Sorry, kiddo. Get out.
Dang.
Did I just hear what I think I heard?
What?
What?
Sounds like a good father to me.
Damn straight.
Just kidding, Daddy. Please don't kick me out. Please don't kick me out.
You're 13, son. Time to go. You got to go. I know you're your mom is crying over there in the corner, but we came to this arrangement.
Andrew.
Yeah, that's when Auntie Abigail's like right outside the door going, "Oh, Auntie Abby will take care of you." Yeah, right. Weak.
Weak.
Oh,
That's
man.
so funny.
There may be a reason why God hasn't gifted me with children yet. I'm just saying. Random shot in the dark.
Oh, that's funny. Addison and I just said that earlier. Well, I said it.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my word.
Okay.
Wow.
Excuse me. Oh, thank goodness.
You guys are a bunch of whiner babies. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, gosh. Why you whining in there?
Painful. Oh, yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
your people?
Yeah, they're like, oh, I want a home and food. Like, oh, baby.
Oh, my gosh. I can't even listen to this right now.
Oh, it's
Listen,
funny.
I've been listening to de Blasio's book on tape. He's the mayor of New York, or was.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And I just feel like he's got a lot of good things to say, you know?
Wait, is he Andrew de Blasio? Is that?
No, wait. Andrew? Yeah. Yeah? I think they
The
called him
former
Drew
guy?
de
Like-
Blasio.
Okay, I don't know. He was the guy that I first really appreciated how he was
Oh, no.
how he was dealing.
In the beginning, when he ran, he was the perfect mayor. He sounded amazing.
Okay.
Sounded really good.
Gotcha.
And then he didn't do anything he promised.
Oh, wow.
I think that was him. I think this is the guy. Drew de Blasio.
There's one of the most popular TV shows coming out of New York is Impractical Jokers. And
Okay.
they're naming off in this bit. They're naming off all these sandwiches, and they're naming them after mayors of New York and the Rudy Giuliani.
Okay.
And then at the very end, one of them points to the trash can and goes, "That's a Drew de Blasio."
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it killed me.
Oh my gosh.
It's not Drew. I don't think it's Drew. It's something else. But
Okay, because I'm thinking this guy, I don't know. This guy he's just been recent. Like, I don't know if he's still in office. He might very well be, but.
Bill. It's Bill de Blasio. Sorry.
It's Bill de Blasio, okay. No, this guy's Andrew something. He's interesting.
Doesn't that suck?
He reminds me of Bill Gates because it's like these are guys that I really value. I thought, they have great morals, they do good things, and then they pull shit, or they end up with people who pulled shit, and then they deny everything, and it's like, okay, like, I'm trying to picture myself in your position. Like, let's say I'm the multi-billionaire, ruler of Change the World Schools. And then, I happen to end up with, what was his name? The sex trafficker guy.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, but it's the recent one, the one with the TV series. I mean, he was,
with the movie?
Yeah, the video, right? No. Not Ted Bundy.
It was a weird cult movie, right?
No, it was a TV series. It was a docu-series, and his woman who was helping him out just got evicted. It was just a couple months ago. Anyway,
Are you talking about She was on an actual TV show.
Who?
Oh, we're talking two different ones. Sorry. There's a lot out there. I hate to say it.
Well, it's true. Well, whoever this guy was, he was seen, like, he had Pedophile Island, right?
Epstein.
And
Epstein.
Andrew. Thank you, Jeff Epstein.
Pedophile
Holy
Island.
shit!
What are you talking about?
I mean, now we got it.
Everyone knows that. Whatever. Shut up, okay? Jeez, jackass. Anyway,
Jeffrey Epstein.
Hope
Yeah.
you're on pedophile island. All right. Sorry, that
Yeah.
was too mean.
Yeah, and Bill Gates was
anyway,
on the list of people that went there.
right.
Which,
Bill Gates
what does that
and all
mean?
these guys. Well,
Yeah.
and it could mean nothing, right?
Right.
Except that, like all these people, like the Prince of Wales and Trump and Clinton and all these guys have been seen there. And of course, I have no respect for Clinton or Trump or the Prince Andrew, whatever his name is. So when they sit there and go, well, I never even really knew Epstein that well, it's like, okay, fine, you're full of shit anyway. I don't like you. But then when Gates pulls that shit, that's when you're like, dude, come on. There was another option. If I was somebody that ended up being seen with Epstein and, I really am innocent of not, being a pedophile, then I would be honest and say, you know what, guys, I hate to say it, but I thought he was a good guy. And I hung out with him because he, was able to help me make money.
Not even that. Think about it this way. You hear about this dude who's a millionaire, billionaire almost. He's got this island where beautiful women will just hang out with you. You can drink. You can do drugs. There are no rules. You can do whatever you want. You go, and he invites you. And you're like, yeah, I'll go. Bring my friends. We'll party for a night. Who cares? He takes pictures of you with underage women. Suddenly, you're in a position where you literally can't say, like, I don't, because they're underage, but, and yes, it was cocaine, but no, we didn't. So you just go along with whatever they say. The only time I ever thought about that was when they accused Trump, which is what sucks. Because it's only when you see someone that you actually respect and you're like, okay, let me think this through then. And it sucks because I honestly think Epstein's main goal was to get shit on people so that when it came down to this right now, they would say what the government wants them to say. That's what I think his goal was.
It absolutely was. I mean, every step of the way, when you see, when he got caught, when he was arrested, like he was not concerned because he always had an out. And I don't think he anticipated the number of wealthy, powerful men that he ended up blackmailing and what they would do to him, which is why I think he was murdered. I mean, I really think he was murdered, not hung himself, because he was never a person who devalued his own life. Like he was a sociopath in every respect of the word, right?
On top of that, there were multiple people that disproved it even being possible for him to do what they claimed he did. You don't have enough strength to break your whatever it was,
your neck.
Throat.
Your larynx. Yeah.
But they think we're stupid enough to believe this bullshit.
Well, the problem is that how many people do? I mean, honestly, how many people out there do believe that bullshit, right?
Well, they don't even have to say it. We watch too many movies. We literally watch too many movies.
Yeah. It wasn't until only recently that I even realized that, like, when you watch enough movies, that when they shoot you in the head, you're dead. Right? Like heart or head, right? And I didn't realize until a couple of years ago that it really takes a very special shot in the head for you to die. Like a lot of people can survive headshots.
Yeah.
So yeah, you assume certain things from movies, and then when you hear it on the news, you're like, well, yeah, he hung himself. I mean, obviously, like, and they don't even take into account any kind of science of,
2 + 2 = 5, guys. Obviously.
I played Call of Duty, and they did that in the game, okay?
No, actually, Call of Duty is the only reason I knew that you had to be shot in a very specific part of the head to get killed immediately.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, it was some YouTuber that was talking about it, and they were like, between the cheekbone and the eyebrow.
Right.
That's the kill shot.
Okay. That's hilarious, because a lot of the history I learned was from Age of Empires and all these other games that I play.
Yeah.
It's like, why didn't we have history class in a video game? Okay.
Honestly, why wasn't Band of Brothers shown during World War II history?
Dang, man, I tell you, we learned a lot more history from that.
So much.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, Abigail.
Why?
I mean, you're not.
You feel left out because you don't play video games.
You're not interested.
Oh no, I'm taking in what you're saying. Yeah. Mhm.
Do you have any opinions or any ideas that you want to share?
No, I just want to win. I just want to win.
This isn't even a winning game.
Whatever.
A true feminist.
just
Let the
saying.
boys have their opinion. I want to win.
I want to win. I
If
will
you guys
destroy
are
you all.
distracted, this is working for me.
Wow. Oh, well done.
No,
well
honestly.
done.
Sometimes
Truly.
I just get too much information in my mind, and so I kind of have to just not talk, I guess. I don't know. It's just a lot.
And I get that, but instinctually, do you have any like off the bat? Because I totally get taking a couple days, thinking about it, readjusting your opinion, but like an instinctual, like, well, that's not how I would look at it. Anything like that? I don't know if you know this, but Andrew and we're fine with opposing opinions.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not against sharing my opinion, and I feel like, you guys.
And unlike the rest of the world, we don't take offense.
Right.
Hold on. What is
We're not
output?
enemies automatically because I voted
Right.
for Trump and he voted for Kamala.
Kamala. I didn't vote for Kamala. Okay?
No, but you would have.
I was a
You
libertarian.
son of a bitch.
I would have. I would have if he had become president. Damn that old man. All right, it's fine. I'm over it. Whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Oh, jeez. If you guys ever hear of an assassination attempt of Joe Biden, this video is going to trace me, isn't it?
It'll
Okay,
trace you in half the country.
It's true. I think most people who are Democrats voted for him only so that we would hope he would die.
Right. Come on, Kamala. Come on, Kamala.
Flip him some blood thinners or something, man.
Okay, it's saying that output inventory is full, like, everywhere. Is that because I don't have any storage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You need to make more storage spots or sell
Yeah.
stuff in your storage spots.
Mm-hmm. Like if you wanted to gift all that precious wheat to someone.
I was going hungry. Are you hungry?
Abigail,
You got like so much wheat.
if you
So
click
much wheat.
if you click on your storage areas, you can manage
Yeah.
storage, and like if you don't want them to put wheat all the way up where you're not collecting wheat, then you can click wheat off. I don't do that because I don't care, but you're really good and smart and stuff.
You've got a lot of storage areas
fast.
coming though.
I know, but they're taking forever.
Yeah, but
Everything's
like you've got builders and
forever.
everything. It's not.
I don't have no
Maybe-
trading post. I need a trading post.
That's fair.
Why don't I don't even have the opportunity to have a trading post.
You know what? I don't care. No, sorry, Abigail. I'm not talking to you this time.
Yeah, I didn't do
People are going homeless and leaving my place, and it's like, you know what? I have. What is it?
Leave then. I
I
don't
got, like-
even need you.
I got 50% more people than my competitors, and I'm starving to death. Get the hell out!
You're
Okay?
I
looking
get-
like,
go.
where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna?
Go to the town the devs don't care, okay? 'Cause I might as well be a dev. No, I don't care. They're leaving.
I only get a
Alright, they're
little
leaving.
emotional in this game,
Yeah, only a little. It's
Just a
fine.
little, just a
I'm
little.
okay.
and it's such an easy paced game.
Yeah, right?
It really is.
Okay, how do I change my name?
Mm,
Change the name.
when you click on the big building, then you can click edit next to town name.
Although I feel like
No,
we could have a town meeting between the three of us and talk about switching over to the third speed.
Oh, do you want to go to the third speed?
Abigail? I do. I don't know if Abigail does.
I don't care.
Okay, I'll go to the third speed. If you feel like we're going too fast and need to slow it down a bit, just tell me and I will switch it back. Oh, you have to slow it down. People are leaving. Okay, just kidding.
Yeah, everyone keeps
Oh,
leaving.
shit.
I don't care.
I'm out of food. I'm out of food. Slow it down. Slow it down. No.
I've been out of food, man. I have been out of food.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Food's the one thing
I
I've had.
expanded way too quickly.
Ah.
Okay, I gotcha.
It's moving very fast.
You want to get that 50 population growth.
Well, yeah. I don't even know why I wanted that so bad. Okay.
Moving too fast.
I kind of like it.
Sully!
Sully. Shut the hell up, I do!
Shut up, Sully!
You
That was
both.
his reaction. Shoot,
That
that'd
was
be
good.
amazing.
I really liked that. Thank you.
Alright, sheep
I
one.
love it when you all are moving faster, getting shit done.
Well,
I
I'm
think,
glad I
you
made
know,
this.
Andrew, I feel
Yeah.
like Abigail might be into Satisfactory.
Oh, jeez.
Like, I can see
Hey,
her
if-
sitting there screaming, "Efficiency!"
Okay, this is all I have to say. If you convert her, then I'll join. Okay. I feel like I'll have no choice.
I mean, that's the tough part. I mean, it's not tough because I'm gonna play it either way.
Regardless,
doing-
yeah.
Yeah, I have intros that I'm working on. I'm gonna do quote satisfying videos before every
Okay.
stream.
Okay.
But Abigail,
What?
it's really fun, and I'll
What
buy
is
for
it?
you.
What?
Satisfactory.
Okay.
You are an asshole. It's really fun, and I'll buy it for you.
Imagine this game, but you get to walk with the people through your city. Huh?
No,
Yeah.
it's a lie, Abigail. It's all a lie.
Why
That
would I
sounds
lie
pretty cool.
to you,
I'm telling you,
Abigail?
it's a lie.
Why would I lie to you?
Don't fall. The devil's
really
biggest
don't
trick
know.
is to prove that he didn't exist.
I
or
don't
some
exist,
shit like that. I
Abigail.
can't
Play
remember it.
Satisfactory with me.
You guys are
Oh
weird.
my goodness. Whatever, you like it.
Right.
I do. That's true.
I
Jeez,
I
I'm weird.
based one of my characters, or three of the characters in this new novel I'm writing off of this, this interaction where the two guys are going on and on about random shit, and people think that the girl is pissed off by it, but she's not. Because clearly she sticks around long enough
Right.
to listen to the shit, okay? So you had a chance, Lee, a long time ago, and
Well,
you still stick around. So.
Yeah, you just give her a look where she's scowling the whole time, and then suddenly she gets a surprised look, and she engages.
Right?
It's not anger, it's focus. She's in it.
It is.
In it to win it.
In it to win it.
That's right.
It was
Oh,
there.
man. All right. No, I'm not gonna give you more homes. Not until you deal with the food crisis.
I'll show you Satisfactory at some point, Abigail. We'll
Okay,
figure out
that would
if
be
it's something
cool.
that's good for us.
Okay, jeez Louise. So picky. Whatever. Just feels so much slower at this game than before.
It's how every beginning is. Always extremely slow.
Don't like it.
I do only
Oh.
because after you're done, then you can say this huge bustling metropolis happened because of one person who dealt with your slow ass shit, right?
Who? Me? What?
You, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You
I thought
dealt
we were
with your
talking.
people's. You dealt with your people's bullshit for so long, and now,
Right.
right? I'm just saying.
Conquer them.
Abigail,
Sorry.
Conquer them.
What
Oh,
do
boy.
you do?
What did we turn you?
Do you
What are you talking
actually?
about?
Okay, now I'm gonna tell you what I think Abigail does when she
Oh
plays.
boy. Okay.
This is what she does. She zooms,
Okay.
and do it with me. Do it with me. She zooms as
Yeah.
far out as she can. She
Okay.
holds her thumb up to the screen, and then, yeah,
Uh-huh.
that looks artistically perfect.
What are you
Just right
talking
there.
about?
Why does your
Yep,
towns always
that's
look so
it.
quaint?
That's it.
Because I want to live there. Yeah, I guess I could
Yeah.
do that.
I mean, the whole Forester thing. I know that there surely has to be, but I still get so frustrated every
Yeah.
time I see that shit. And it's
But it works for the Forester.
right.
Damn it, Abigail!
Oh, play the game right. But
I don't know
be
what
so
you guys
successful
are.
when you're not doing. You know what I mean? Okay.
It's
Yeah.
like
That does look cute. I do it without the trees, right? So I cannot see them.
It does look cute.
right. So no, and that's that's the best part is you wouldn't even notice that empty space of trees between your home and your market, but
Yeah.
you go to Control T, it shows it to you, and it works. Everything it just works, and it looks visually wonderful. I can see what you're doing.
Appealing.
I can already tell how you're gonna build the rest of your community. It's just fantastic.
You know what? I feel like you guys are going to be part of my portfolio when I choose to start building, like, be a town. What do you call it? I've been wanting to do it.
I will. It'll be the first time this video gets views. I'll be like, just go to 1 hour 28 minutes in. You'll see her town. She's
Bustling, right?
really good and smart at making things visually wonderful and also efficient somehow.
Aesthetically pleasing.
Aesthetically pleasing. She came out 3
Wouldn't
months
that be
early. That's probably what it is.
That's probably it.
You know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be like, so I have my master's in psychology. Yeah, so does everyone else. I've been a life coach for 3 years, helped change lives. Yeah. Tell me something different about you. I helped the psychology of made-up citizens in a game called Kingdoms Reborn. I'm listening. Okay. There's this guy called Blue Bunny. All right, he's my brother. Check out hour 1, 35 minutes. You'll see how much people like me.
It's in my
I'm sold.
It's in my resume under special interests.
You're in.
You're in.
Oh shoot.
Oh my gosh. You guys are hilarious.
Geez.
Always
Game
building
might
me
have
up.
frozen.
Thank you.
Oh wow.
I sincerely hope so. Oh dang, yeah, the game's frozen. Why is the game frozen?
Well, it just came
Why?
back for me.
It's not. Oh, mine just froze. Wow.
I was frozen on the auto save screen for a good 2 minutes.
I'm just checking my internet, make sure I'm not
I hope
contributing
it's
to
the internet
something
and not my
bad.
computer. I can't afford a new computer
Okay.
right now.
Everyone's game is frozen, bro. It's all good. It's not your computer.
Well,
Game pause.
It's not
I
necessarily.
just
my game
paused
isn't
it and
frozen.
unpaused it.
I'm just getting. Oh, okay. You're.
I
thought
don't know
was
what was
getting
going on, but
froze.
okay. I paused and unpaused and everything seems to be back to normal, but
Okay.
Okay. There's someone
that was
that's
a little
moved in
odd.
next to me.
Yeah, that was a.
Did somebody move in next to you?
I hope not, because I want that land. I'm $4,000 short, baby.
Oh, it might have been me just scrolling over those lands.
Oh, a tree fell. I was wondering.
No, that wasn't me.
No, and it looks like she doesn't have anyone nearby.
Yeah, I don't know why that did that.
All these little minor cities are popping up out of nowhere.
Other people?
What does era progression
No.
mean? Sorry.
I think era progression means progression of eras.
I mean, haven't we already been doing that?
Yeah. When did it pop up?
Oh, it's on the thumbnail. When you update the game, it goes now with era progression.
Oh, I think he just moved that into the mainstream, like the non-beta version.
Oh.
Yeah.
Heck.
So super awesome, right?
Yeah, it feels like a month ago. Only I don't have the city that I used to have.
Yep. That's exactly it.
And I will change the name of my town to something much more flattering, developers, once you give me back my old town.
I gotta see this. Oh, still, but the developers don't care. You don't want to confuse devs with Devils. I gotcha.
I heard a town to the west was calling us devil worshippers, and I didn't understand it. I thought maybe it might have been the devs.
Devs.
My bad.
Apparently that speaks to the gods that created us. Oh,
yeah,
Dev.
maybe.
Oh, Dev.
Oh, Dev. That's too funny. Dang, okay. I kind of want to do an iron mine, if nothing else, to sell iron.
Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be nice?
Right?
See how much money I have to save up to get to my gold mine.
Oh, jeez, yeah. What's going on? Like,
my game is taking a massive shit when I zoom out.
Oh, it is. Yeah, there is a little bit of delay going on because I just put down an iron mine, and it took like 20 seconds to actually show up.
So it might have been because when you put down the iron mine, I zoomed out from close to far. Might have been the combo of those two things.
Yeah. I don't get it though because you guys have had pretty good internet for a long time, and my internet's going fine now. At least now.
Our stills manages to take a shit once in a while.
Okay.
Just because it's
I
satellite.
gotcha. I gotcha.
Now, I am absolutely not complaining. Starlink is awesome. Game changer. And to all the articles that say, it might not be the internet they are expecting, it is. It is.
Just because they're jealous, man. They're just jealous.
They are.
That's it.
I'm wondering.
My ping is almost never above 30.
Really?
Oh, on my app. On games it changes, but on my app it's almost never above 30.
Gotcha. I had a dream that I woke up to and then continued it. So, like, my dream was we were in a zombie apocalypse type of situation, except I never saw a single zombie in the dream. But you always have to be on the run. And I was in a motorhome. Then I woke up from the dream, and I dreamt that I took a Starlink. I mean, this was sort of a daydream, you know, adding to it. Took the Starlink, duct taped it to the roof, and since there was electricity in the motorhome, it was all powered, and was able to have high-speed internet. I wonder how stationary you need your satellite.
Well, I actually have an answer for that.
Yeah.
The satellite I have only works within a couple miles of our home.
Really?
Yeah, it's a local. What do they call it? It's like a local thing, so that the satellites will pass through our area, but it'll only work in my area. What I've heard is that they're creating mobile Starlink uplinks for people that are wanting to use it on the go.
Why is that?
I think it's because I think it's mainly because when it first came out, people were actually bolting them to their cars and driving around, and it was creating like someone bolted it to the hood of their car, something like that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, really dumb shit.
And then it caused problems.
And they're like, yeah, we gotta just use it at home. But they're either in development of. I know a couple of YouTubers that are like, we're gonna get the Starlink mobile device. We're going to have internet wherever we want. We're going to be able to podcast with whoever we want, wherever we want. It's
right.
That sounds awesome.
Seriously. And I mean, yeah. I don't like the dude, but the stuff he invents is freaking awesome. Have you heard about the Tesla phone?
No. Oh, no.
Okay, the details, of the Tesla phone, where, I mean, I know part of what he's doing is, you know, Apple took a bite at him, or Tim Cook made some comment or whatever, and it's like, he makes enemies left and right with Zuckerberg and now with Tesla,
They're
and so
calling
it's
him
kind of
the
like
new Trump.
Right. So, it cracks me up. I'm thinking, come on, you guys are in business, right? This isn't politics, so just make something better, for crying out loud. Stop.
Well, at least you're not acting like you did in high school.
Yeah,
Children.
Exactly. He did this to me.
He said many
anyway,
things.
so Tesla's making this phone. It's supposed to be like it's supposed to have this thing that comes out so that it's solar panel, solar powered. It's supposed to last multiple days of without battery recharge. And if you wanted to, it has the power to mine Bitcoin. So,
Oh no.
Yeah, I know. I'm so happy. I've already pre-ordered 5. No, I'm just kidding. But
you know what this means?
What?
This means that they now have a spy in Bitcoin. They'll say like, "Ooh, Elon Musk, you said mean things. We don't like you." But then behind the scenes, they're like, "Oh, we've really got them, don't we, Elon?" Clink.
Hey, you can't have a spy in Bitcoin. No one owns the company. Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
I can't.
I'm just a retard saying things. Right. I don't expect anyone to take me seriously.
Like,
ever.
Why not?
He owns the company Gold now. How dare he? How does that? That doesn't even work.
Dr. Dre was wearing a gold necklace when he rapped at the Super Bowl. He must be part of the Illuminati. Yes.
The Illuma Golden Nazi. Do you even know what you're saying?
Illuminut House.
Oh my gosh. It's fine. It's fine. What did Dr. Phil say? Don't engage dumb people. Don't engage dumb people.
Oh my gosh, Andrew.
I also have a Dr. Phil quote. It's, kill yourself. Sit in the road and kill yourself.
That's a really good quote. Wow. I should use that one.
No!
We should all focus on
Hey, kids. Kill yourself. What? But my Dr. Phil and my sister is a psychologist said this would be good. Why are all the parents against me now?
Well, he's a TV celebrity. Why aren't we listening to him?
Oh my goodness. Man.
I'm disturbed.
Sorry.
I'm disturbed for you, Abigail.
Thanks. So comforting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's one of those things where you remember when like we were kids, and I remember saying "geez" once, and Kelly was like, "You do not say that. That is like shorthand for Jesus." And you just didn't
I
get it.
remember that.
It's like that. Like you gotta be a little overprotective once in a while, because sometimes the things that you're overprotective about, you're actually right on.
Yeah.
And they might not get it. They might rebel, even. But at some point, something will hit them. They'll be like, "I think they were right when they said this."
Yeah.
I think.
And
son of a bitch.
I figured it out.
People are leaving our country because of one small thing.
That's crazy. My country's growing.
Yeah, well, apparently when you don't have a tavern, that is enough to turn people away.
Weirdly, my tavern is my saving grace in this game, which is not something I'm overly proud of.
You should be. Come on. Yeah. All right. There's that, and then I should probably build a tulip field. Sell me some tulips.
I could use some fuel.
Oh, sure. Come on over. All right.
Come on down.
Y'all ready for the Middle Ages?
Wait, already?
Yeah, I mean, my people are bored. Tired of these ancient times.
Then, suddenly, out of nowhere, the Starfall country thrust the world into the Middle Ages.
Ooh, we don't really like thrust. That sounds very toxic masculine. Could we try more? Can't even.
Thank you. I'm like, oh my god.
I'm really trying to come up with something good.
I was gonna go with
ridiculous.
it too.
Let me get back to y'all.
So the first time I came across woke culture,
Yeah.
or PC culture, I was at a I was at a cast party for Footloose.
Okay. Yeah.
And we were playing cards. I think it was Rook or something. And I got my hand,
Okay.
I held it up, and I was like, "Oh, my cards are gay."
Oops.
How did that go?
The girl across from me looks at me and goes, "You can't say that."
Was she white?
She was not only white, she was also like 12. So I didn't take
Okay,
it
yeah.
seriously at
Oh
all
my god.
until I started looking
Sorry, yeah.
around and seeing everyone else with concerned faces.
Like, I hope he takes it back. Oh,
I'm just
geez,
glad
that's
that it was
too
at
funny.
a time early enough to where people were still like, we're not comfortable with kicking him out because he's like this.
Right.
If we could
Yeah.
talk to him and work it out with him, that'd be great.
Right. Oh, jeez. Well, I mean, the only reason because I was in Bulgaria when the woke culture started really becoming mainstream,
Yeah.
and woke culture is still hilarious over here. So,
Good, because it's bullshit.
oh yeah, no, but it's so funny because the way I learned about it was coming back home and visiting some of my old students who are high schoolers and kiddos who I would actually assume just from their normal talk that they would be involved in woke culture,
Yeah.
but are saying
Yeah.
that it's bullshit. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that easily helps define me and what I think of this, because I'm trying to, you don't want to, if especially with my students, I don't want to dismiss something
Right.
that they have. If they are passionate about it, then I'm willing to be open to
Right.
discussion about it, because I'm all about, the reason I'm involved in education is to, help make change. And if they believe that, then I'll try and believe it too, right? And so anyway, so it's Dila, Abigail, and Priel, and they were just like, oh yeah, this is just bullshit.
I mean,
Dila didn't say that.
I was the same
Right,
way.
I can't.
When I first, when that girl said that to me, I didn't use gay for years. Because I don't want to hurt people's feelings. I like being liked.
Right.
And
yeah.
And then it just got to the point where like I know that the N-word is incredibly offensive to certain people.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me then that some people can say it and some people can't. So if you want to have a conversation about it, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to use the word, and I'm not going to use it at somebody. I'm just going to say it so it's very clear what I'm talking about.
Right. What you're talking about, yeah.
But
not play the hangman game to figure out what you're trying to say.
Yeah, the N word, the C word, the F word, the G word, whatever it is. Like, just say what you mean, and then we can have it. I also think it's ridiculous for me to say the N word and to put that actual word into your head, and I don't take responsibility for any of that. Excuse me?
Right. Yeah.
That's totally okay.
Yeah. Okay, and the other part is also the whole, we've got so many different words that we throw around, and we focus on only certain ones, and it's what we do as a society. It's like we decide that gun violence at school, for example, happens only because of A or B, and it's like we don't even decide that there could be another problem. Abortion. It's either pro-life or pro-choice. Let's not even discuss the fact that there are how many millions of men that are abandoning women to deal with this decision on their own, right? No, we're not going to discuss that. Let's just talk about this, and it's like we totally narrow the discussion so that there is no other possibility for discussion. It froze for me again.
Okay, something happened.
Yeah.
Like my
For
screen
me
is
too.
almost black.
Oh, it's black.
Haha.
Yeah.
I
Definitely.
muted myself.
That's your fault then.
It's
Oh.
tantamount to somebody saying that the sun causes brain freeze because during the summer they sell more ice cream, and more ice cream sold means more brain freeze. But
Right.
it doesn't make any sense. No, you can't say that this equals that because there's a massive thing in the middle that causes the thing that you're just ignoring that.
And even if it wasn't that thing, the problem that frustrates me so much is that that mainstream refuses to even have a discussion beyond it without you be considered kooky or weird or whatever. They come up with names that are politically correct, but basically say you're a wacko and everything you say is not worth saying. It's like, why do you do that? Like all of a sudden now, you're, in my opinion, weird, wacky discussion is now taking my opinion and making it obsolete,
Exactly.
and that's frustrating.
I get it if they're like Alex Jones is a good example where he's kind of this unique figure. He's really loud. He's really popular. I kind of get why you would want to silence him if he's creating problems for regular society. But you went from that to now you're silencing me? I'm nobody.
Yeah.
I'm getting no views. I'm doing nothing. Why is this happening? And
yeah.
It just it's
It crashed.
Abigail, you good?
Oh,
did it crash?
I thought you were.
Right. Yeah, I agree. That's too bad.
Oh, are you getting silenced? I'm so sorry.
Oh my word! I would not do that. I mean, unless I was in person and we were like, I don't know. No.
Oh,
no,
right,
the
it's
game,
fine.
the game crashed.
The game
Stop
crashed.
talking about these fake, serious things, and let's talk about something that's really
real.
Serious. I was trying
you know
to
what?
win.
You know what? Did you see how many citizens we earned? The developer's doing this. He's like, these people are too good at the game. We have to shut them down.
Do you know what they said about me last week?
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah. Okay, well, what do I do now?
It did say that Abigail was the cause of the crash, though.
Oh.
Are you serious?
Yeah, your town is too adorable for people to view.
Thank you.
Yep.
No, but seriously, why would I have been the cause?
I don't know. Probably you might have, being the weakest computer, maybe something just went down.
Did
maybe
you leave the game?
No. It said that the Steam account, Abby do whatever crashed and something.
She was the first one to leave the game. It's the only reason I'm saying that.
How would I have crashed? Did I have a bug in my computer?
I don't think so. Computers don't always have a rhyme or reason. They just sometimes crash.
It's a brand new update. Sometimes those just have bugs.
True story.
I'm going to go through my computer real quick, save stuff, and then close it all out and restart my computer.
Crazy. My game won't even crash. Like, it's just hanging out on the loading screen between the game and the menu.
Oh. Gotcha.
Did you know they have an iTunes match that you can subscribe for, which I don't understand what it is. So then it can save all of your music in the iCloud because the iCloud doesn't save your music.
I can't even deal with that. I mean, I have my appreciation for Apple and what they're doing, but as far as their music and movies go, I get frustrated because I've lost countless movies that have gone out of print or whatever. Like Eddie Izzard doesn't show up anymore because of something, and now I don't get to listen to something I bought. So
it doesn't matter how much money you spent on it. Are they going to give you the money back?
No. Nope.
No. So then where do you buy music now? Does it even matter?
You buy it on the
copies.
Or you buy it on the decentralized web.
You get discs.
I don't know.
You get tapes. If you
They're
buy it
called
digitally, you make a copy of it, and put it on a hard drive, and hide the hard drive. NFTs are FAKE.
I don't understand anything that just came out of your mouth. What?
Is that fuck? No.
No. Ah!
I know.
Fuck
I
it.
got it. It came.
It is fucky.
Fake news. It's fake news.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I do hope they turn it into that kind of stuff.
I am
You
very
guys-
confused on NFTs because I've gotten two completely different takes on it.
Oh,
And
I understand it, but yeah. Anyway.
Right. Well, and that's what's important is I don't understand it. I see it as a Google image, and that's it. And I don't pay for Google Images, not even for once ever for a second ever.
And the idea is like, you can take a picture of the Mona Lisa. It doesn't mean you own the Mona Lisa. So you have to actually have proof that you own the Mona Lisa. Otherwise, we can have all sorts of background images that have the Mona Lisa and stuff like that. But
for me,
you don't own it.
The difference between the Mona Lisa and a Gorillaz album cover is I would have to have paper and paint and textures and techniques that are exact to Michelangelo.
You can. I mean, if you wanted to, though, you could. You wouldn't have to be that artist, right? You can go onto Amazon and look for Mona Lisa replicas, right? And you can.
Right, but
you can get a.
You can't sell them as the Mona Lisa because you don't have all of that extra stuff. The NFT, on the other hand, like what adds that extra stuff to it to make it an NFT versus just a JPEG?
So there's a blockchain. So if I bought an NFT and then you took a screenshot of it, you'd have the screenshot and everything would be great. But I have a blockchain that is like this 32-digit code that proves that it's mine. So if you had one, there's this really weird.
That you put on it.
Right. So there's this weird group, I don't know what you want to call them, called the Lazy Apes, and they are the ugliest. Oh yeah, and they're the ugliest damn pictures you have ever seen. The ugliest, okay? And when you look at the different apes you can buy, they're the same ape. They've just changed their color or put a cigar in their mouth or whatever, right? Do you want to guess on how much they're selling for?
I don't even want to know. You keep that information to yourself.
The cheapest one is $2,000, okay?
Oh.
Anyway. So the point is you join the Lazy Apes, you buy a Lazy Ape because now there are actually real clubs you can go to, like actual live in-person clubs you go to, and you have to show your blockchain NFT that you own one of the Lazy Apes, and then you're allowed in. So they've actually become, yeah, I'm sure that's what they say too. Sorry, I cannot imagine how this thing got started.
No, I can't even. This is the biggest thing for me though. This is the biggest thing is that oh shit, is my computer crashing? No. Okay. It would take me at least a couple $100,000 to create 100,000 copies of the Mona Lisa, like sellable copies of the Mona Lisa.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
An NFT, it takes a couple bots, and then I have 100,000 copies of it. What's to tell the difference between those, other than the fingerprint? But who's going to look at the fingerprint on every single one?
Well, and that's it. You have to. Like, I mean, I can throw it onto Facebook and say I'm a Lazy Ape, and I screenshot it.
Which is what people do with memes all the time.
No one who's part of that system. Oh yeah, totally.
You almost never see the original meme. Sorry.
Right. No, I'm just saying, like the people who are part of this particular society, they are not going to buy it if you throw it up on Facebook or whatever and say, "Hey, I'm a Lazy Ape." Like, they're not going to buy that until they, know that you this digital copy, right? Which you can share. Just erase games from their library. Well, then we lose those games too. Whereas this company Ultra is saying, will, let you buy games like NFTs.
Quote,
And the
physical
company,
digital copies.
exactly, and the company will print a limited
Oh.
number. We'll say, we're only going to release 50,000 copies of this game. After that, whoever buys them can sell them. So you can hold on to a game and sell it for more money, or, whatever. Like, that idea is amazing to me.
So you can have the image, you can have your favorite artist on your wall. It's not an NFT, but you can still have them on your wall. But you can still have that NFT. Like, this is a legitimate signed copy.
Exactly.
Oh.
And I really love that because, I never really thought of it. But like my board games, for example, I buy board games not because I'm a collector of board games and hope they make money one day. I like playing board games. But like any other board game creator, they make a limited copy of the board games and then they stop. And how many of those copies get destroyed because people don't give a shit about board games or whatever and stuff like that? And so in 50 years, when I'm old and I die and you guys are taking over my estate and I got 100 board games and you want to sell them, you'll probably make really great money from that because nobody's holding on to the board games, right?
It's literally
and so that's
the
what
same
I'm
reason
thinking.
I
Like
buy
with
DVDs.
Right. And so if you turn video games and movies and music into NFTs where they're limited and you buy it when they first come out and, then that's it, it's yours until you decide to sell it, then it has that same exact value as these things here. There's a limit. You buy it. You own that title. Nobody is going to, say, well, I'm going to delete it from the library or whatever. And it's yours forever,
Well, and also think about this, like the digital ramifications. Right now, I can literally go out, pay for music to put into a video. I can put it on YouTube, and YouTube will still strike it down. Doesn't matter how much money I pay for the music. If I pay for it NFT, I put it on there. YouTube has that NFT on file. They know that I paid for it. Boom.
Boom. It's yours. Your right to use it. Your right to do whatever. And even if you're paying...
Fantastic.
Exactly. And even if you're paying $1 extra for that, like instead of, 99 cents, you're paying $2 for this song, but you have every right that's connected to it,
even
then
better.
Go for it. Yeah, because I want every right.
Now you have artists like Eminem, who he used to sell a song for like $10,000 to be used in a movie. Now he sells it for 99 cents to be used in a YouTube video. He gets his name out. I get to use his song. Nobody gets in trouble for anything. Wonderful.
Exactly.
But like, you have 10,000 of me spending $2 on a song. Fucking $20,000.
Oh, yeah. And if he really likes a song or doesn't like it or whatever, like he gets to choose. I'm only going to get rid of, make 100 copies of this song, or I want 10 million copies out there. Like he gets to choose how many gets printed out and for whatever price. So then, if he wants that rare song that's only 500 and he's going to sell it for $100, well, shit, fine, do that. And then people who got that, they got the right to do whatever the hell they want with it, right? Whatever they want with it.
Creating a digital Mona Lisa.
That's what I'm saying. And right now, I cannot recommend NFTs right now because it's becoming this, meme almost where they just buy stuff because they're hoping to make millions of dollars off it. So
you can't tell me not to make a George Floyd NFT.
Jeez. So it's like, go for it, do that. But once all the weirdos are done with it and you get something, normal.
Yeah. You're just figuring out what sap's going to pay for the dumbest NFT and get stuck with it for his entire life.
Exactly. So I'm really excited about the idea when it actually stabilizes. Until then, I got 2 free ones, and then I got one that's for Change the World Schools website. So
awesome.
But yeah,
do you have to pay for that monthly?
Or no. So NFTs are you buy them once. That's it. So at this point now, I did have a website for Change the World Schools that I had to pay yearly for, and this one that I bought, that's an NFT. It's a one-time thing, and now that website is mine forever. It will never belong to anyone else. So
is it essentially buying a copyright on something?
Not exactly. So I bought change ctwschools.crypto, but
Hmm.
you could still buy changetheworldschools.com or changetheworldschools.nft or all these other
Okay.
dot whatevers. I
Cool.
only bought the one. This guy was saying like he's buying. I don't remember his name, but he's a YouTuber that is full of himself, and so he's buying every NFT that has
That
anything to do with his name
that business dude that's
because
like, I make like $10 million a day.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's awesome, but
uh,
he's arrogant.
yeah, and he buys like all of his name worthy stuff crypto nft whatever because he's convinced someone else is going to buy or so.
Totally get
Um,
it. I mean, I have that
yeah,
same paranoia. I also don't care. But yeah,
well, and honestly, I don't know. I guess if Change the World Schools does ever become that big, I
I,
think it'll be too late for.
I
I don't think anyone now is trying to, do that, snipe me or whatever. So.
but I'm relying. My YouTube channel is relying on my personality and my face and my good looks and my awesome opinions on everything. So I'm okay with Bunny 1 or Bunny 5.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and
This,
that's it, right? I mean, honestly, I'm not relying on an NFT for it to make my name, right? And if
right.
I do end up using this website as the main source for, I don't know, for people to sign their kid up to the school or whatever, then I'll make sure to tell them, hey, the school website is changetheworldschools.crypto, and if anyone else tries to tell you it's .com or whatever, well, they're scamming. Like that's the best I can do. I'm not gonna spend
Right.
you know
Have you?
$500 now. Girl,
Yeah,
are you
I'm
here?
trying to. It's restarting. I had to update it. Now I'm
Oh,
trying to restart it.
Okay.
no, it's good.
Um,
Just wondering if we're.
Updates are underway. Please keep your computer.
Oh, maybe that was it. There was also a Windows update that was happening.
I
Yeah, that was on my phone too.
I love this idea so much more now because for me, it doesn't matter. I actually love the idea of being some YouTuber that switches YouTube accounts every couple months because YouTube's trying to keep me down and I just want my audience to hear free thoughts. Yeah.
Right,
Right.
right, right, right.
But I also love the idea of like you want to create a school, not just a school,
Yeah,
but a worldwide school that educates properly. And
right,
Mm.
right.
you can't create a worldwide school that educates properly called World Schools 32 hashtag go Seahawks or some shit.
Right,
It has to be
right, right,
official.
right.
And
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you
yeah.
create this digital NFT, this digital authority, as it was, to
Right.
your brand. And now,
Yep.
because you have literally millions of people that are interested in educating themselves properly, they're going to go to the authority and not to the hacks that are taking your name and being like, yeah, we educate you, but only at a third of the price
Right, right.
or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
Well, and
fantastic.
I mean, yeah, it's and I mean, obviously, there's so many unseen things, right, that you just don't know what can happen in the future.
Right.
But the hope is that, um, I guess the hope is that Change the World Schools doesn't make enemies. So if someone does decide to do stuff like that, it would be more of a mimic in the sense of we really like what you're doing and we want to do the same thing and we can somehow make it a third of the price. In which case, I'm like, dude, do it. Like I'm not going to be like, wow, you're competing and you're trying to steal my name. No, it's going to be like, if you can copy what I'm doing and you
Yeah.
do it for a lower
Right.
price,
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
my job is done.
Oh,
What am I
beautiful.
even doing here,
You've
right?
made the
Yeah,
change. That's the change you're
yeah.
making. Yeah.
That's yeah. And so I mean, as far as that, that is concerned, that's awesome. But obviously, I know it doesn't apply for everyone, right?
Right.
This is a different kind of business where you're encouraging your competitors to do better than you, kind of thing.
Right.
Whereas others
Well,
don't necessarily do that.
and being in the internet circle, the American political social circle, there's a lot of people out there that it doesn't really matter what you're pushing
Yeah.
for. It might be to push for the betterment of literally everyone ever for all mankind forever, and they would still troll you and make you look like an asshole.
Right. Right. Right.
So you literally have to be ready for that no matter what. But oh,
I
how
wonder how long
fantastic
that
would
will
that be?
last, though.
Forever.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
No, I
humanity.
mean, it's not though. I mean, I thought that, but in Europe, it's not necessarily such a thing, right?
No.
At first I thought it was just Bulgaria, but it kind of just sort of ripples out when you see the way things are. There are some assholes, of course, but in general, you get this sort of community type of building thing, right? Where you're not
Right.
necessarily, I'm not
Right.
a continent, right? I'm just starting here, and then I got friends who are like, "This is really awesome.
Yeah.
I want you to do well. So what can I do to help you?" And
Yeah.
then they got friends, and they're like, "Whoa, that's so awesome! What you're a part of. We want to be a part of it." And it just sort of, there is no negativity because as long as you're showing that you care about them,
Inspiration,
yeah.
like I
So
mentioned,
and
the game might have.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
No, inspiration is so important, but I think that's, for me, in my experiences, this is how it goes. I go out into the world, I talk to someone face to face, 85% of the time, I'm getting a positive response. People want to
right.
work together, want to build, want to move forward, make things better.
Yeah,
You go to the internet, in any capacity where they get to be as normal as they could be, it is literally the opposite. 80 to 85% of the time, they are doing anything they can to ruin your experience. Even if it means ruining their own experience, which means killing themselves, losing money,
right.
anything it takes to ruin
Yeah.
your experience. And so I think that deep
Hey,
down, the human spirit is to tear each other down, to mess everything up, to make things worse for everybody, even if it means making things worse for yourself. But because there is a social standard, because there's
requirement.
a
Yeah.
requirement, even like consequences. Like you can't just be rude to me. I'm gonna punch you in the face. Like
Right. Right.
there's
Okay,
requirements
but
that you don't feel, and that's what makes us
and
human and move forward.
and here's my counter argument, which could come across as totally naive, or it could be that since Europe has like thousands of years of conflict, they've learned how to deal with it. But
About
when
to
I
bed.
do
Yep.
League of Legends,
Hell out of me.
are you
Hold on.
okay?
Sorry, ignore me. Give me
You're
just a
good.
second.
You're good.
When I do League of Legends
Hmm.
or Heroes of the Storm, and I play with you guys, I have to switch from the European server to the American server, and you see such an incredible difference in the number of
Really?
assholes that show up, right? And I don't know. That's only two games. That's a very small window
Right.
into what I'm seeing, but that's what I see, right? I switched to the EU server, and it's like people are really nice. They're willing to work together, whereas the American ones, it's either uh, like even you get something so petty as you know stealing kills. Like we're on the same team, but because I stole your kill, then you're going to be an asshole and try and
Oh,
make me die
right.
because I,
Oh,
stole the kill that should have belonged to you, right?
oh,
Whereas
I
the
helped you
European
in a
guys,
roundabout way. Oh, fucking kill me. Oh.
right? Yeah. Whereas the European guys, like if they're really upset because there is like if you're constantly
Okay,
stealing
invite
Yeah.
me
kills,
again.
yeah,
Okay,
okay,
Sorry.
I got you.
then I get it. But they're at least talking, right? They're not
Yeah,
all of a
say
sudden
whatever you
going,
want to me,
all
but
right,
don't ruin my game by trolling me. Like,
right,
you can call me an idiot asshole the whole game, but if you start
right.
ruining my game experience, you're ruining your own game experience.
You're ruining your own. And honestly, this is all I have to go on, right? Is those two games, these two continents.
Yeah,
I don't know about Asia or Africa. The human experience maybe is that where it's just like the the deepest, darkest desires of the human heart is to tear
right.
down. But I do wonder if because I mean, I guess as Christians there is something to that where
Oh,
we
we have a beautiful neutrality as Christians. We get to see both sides for what
yeah.
it is.
Well, I know, but I mean, we
Invite
also
me
say because
again.
as Christians, we say we were born evil, and the only way
Hmm.
to whatever is through Jesus, right? I mean, that's our
Mm-hmm.
perspective,
Yeah.
with whatever. So I don't want to ignore that, because I don't think people are inherently born good. I think we're born into an evil world.
No,
I
but if you
just
want to,
wonder.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry, go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, I don't know. I'm just wondering out loud. But I wonder what keeps people, from going to anarchists. Because
Mm,
if you do look at a lot of, that where you just lose that control of any kind, and that's where
right.
the fear of Decentraland or Bitcoin, or that comes in, is, if our true dark desires come out, what was that place called on the dark web, 4chan or 8chan? I mean, that shit
Oh,
turned
jeez.
evil in a big kind of way, and it's
Yeah,
like,
but
I want to support anonymity, but,
that was
you know
controlled. That was controlled by a mentally challenged person who had. I don't know how else I can put this. He had the internet influencing his every move. Not a person on the internet. He had millions of people influencing
oh yeah,
his
yeah.
every move. He was mentally handicapped severely, and he had the internet
Okay.
influencing him. It was
But
a
that was the
lose-lose
first.
situation.
That was 4chan though, right? Or whatever the first one was.
I think, yeah,
And
4chan was his. He was. It was the guy named 4chan, and he created the website
right.
4chan,
But
which
then
is
8chan was the one that was decentralized, or it might be the other way around. I don't remember. But the
what?
second version was
I
the
don't.
decentralized one.
I just
It
recently
was the
heard about
one where
4chan, and then 8chan came up, and I didn't really understand it.
so that one was and I don't remember, because I learned about them both at the same time, so I get confused which one came first and second. But the second one was decentralized. It wasn't run by any specific person. And the purpose was going to be like anonymity, being able to talk or do business or stuff like that. And
Hmm.
that turned into a shit show so fast, in the sense that you had people selling kids on this thing. And it's like, I'm all about anonymity, but my life work is fighting child human trafficking. I mean, all human
This should
trafficking is
be
bad, but
everyone's
mine,
life work.
it should be. I mean, of all the things to do, that's just the shit of shit as far as evil things. That's the one that's top on my list, right?
I mean,
And
honestly,
so,
I think the number one thing people should do is focus on God. But before that, raise your
yeah,
kids right. Honestly.
yeah, yeah. So anyway, so the point being is that you look at what anonymity does, and when you don't have rules, and okay, what you're saying about humanity, and then what I'm seeing, it's like, what is holding people to a standard, and when you remove that, how evil
Right.
will people allow themselves to
Previously
be?
empty.
What?
Yeah, switch to maybe the next box over, Abigail.
Which is super interesting the way you put that because I would there's a part of me that would love to write a book or do a series on the importance. What are you guys doing?
I'm trying to figure out where Abigail used to be, because she doesn't
Oh,
look like
she's
there's a block that.
she's right below me.
No,
No,
no, I know, but like, when you choose a spot that is not your spot, like I can sit here and yours, and it says previously Bunny, but it looks like Abigail's has disappeared. Like, there's nothing that says
What?
previously Abadu.
Abigail, you try all the other slots.
I did, bro.
I didn't watch. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Try
Supposed to do
again.
Do it again. Do it again. Maybe you messed up. Oh yeah, see, that's where you're supposed to be.
Andrew, when we got that breakfast bagel burrito thing, or no, it wasn't a burrito, a breakfast sandwich, was that
Yeah.
at the place right down on Cook Road?
Um, I
What?
don't
You guys are
remember.
playing without me?
I'm starting
Oh,
it
you're
and seeing
in.
if somehow you are gonna jump into your old city. If not, then we won't. I don't know when you guys are gonna stop, but we'll
Okay,
just start a new game. And
so I was saying earlier because I'm actually I would love to do this. I know you guys know how I feel about myself. Not
mm,
not the importance that
Give an
atheists start,
example.
not the importance that atheists start going to church, but the importance that atheists, when they go to the bar or the library or the DMV, that they acknowledge that there's a God watching them at all times, acknowledging what they're doing, making sure that, like, just not even making sure, but just watching, seeing if they're doing the right thing. There's.
Can you use it in a sentence? No, I'm joking. I got it.
Yeah.
Perfect. I got it that time. Thank you.
Okay.
I have my town, but do you all have your town back or no?
I do, yeah.
Oh yeah, we do.
Very weird.
Well, then
though.
that was weird.
That was weird because it was not showing you being that you were going to have your spot back. So,
do you understand?
Could I ask? I do understand now, but my next question is, for what purpose? Like, the first thing you would have to do is convince atheists. Like,
right.
For what purpose? Because I got
Totally.
a couple students here who are atheists, and I even tell them, like, you guys would make great Christians the way your families are and the way
those are the people I'm interested in. I don't even want part of me is a genuine, like, I want those people in heaven. I need those people in heaven. Okay? Those are the people that God are talking about. And I don't know if he's being technical, right? So I need those people in heaven. On top of that, I need the people below them that are listening to them saying, God doesn't exist. I need those people to understand why they're the way they are. And it has everything to do with the way they were designed, and you can follow along in those footsteps. You, being the angry, misogynistic, hateful person that you are, you can follow in their footsteps. And it doesn't have to be because God is forcing you into it. It's because God is there. It's because he is watching you. It's because you want to follow in his paths, because he has the best intentions for you, and you need to do that. And I just think that it has so many opportunities to take people from being angry, lonely, and moving in completely the wrong direction to, he doesn't even have to exist, but he still makes me a better person, so I'm going to follow him anyway.
Right. Well, it's the French philosopher who I really appreciated in a non-religious, like, if you're not a God follower or anything like that, he said something along the lines of, you have a 50% chance of being right that God exists, and if you're wrong, you go to hell, which means, and he just statistically laid it out, that it just makes sense to believe in God.
Right.
And, what does it hurt? Like, what's hurting you? Because at least in the basis form, he forgives you of everything. So even if you believe in God and then continue to kill people for fun, his mentality is he's going to forgive you. So why not at least acknowledge that God exists versus,
right.
No, he doesn't exist. So
yeah,
it's interesting.
It is,
And I feel like I think it's awesome, because if you do believe that, a lot of Christians who are super conservative, they're cringing and they're like, oh no, we need to purify our religion or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, when you give God a chance, because I mean, it's been only within the last recent years of my life that I feel like I've had a close relationship with God. And when I gave him a chance, that's when I stopped viewing it as my parents' religion or a religion in general, and saw it as this relationship with this amazing deity who's willing to talk to me and say, dude, you got some problems you got to work on, kind of thing, instead of, just being a deity that you look at and you worship, and that's it,
with black and white rules, like, you lose because you said shit, sorry.
Yeah, exactly, you're out. Yeah, exactly. So,
and
I don't know.
For me, because I I spent a good number of years um, agnostic, and then maybe 1 year in between where I was full on atheist, and I didn't care. I
Now, agnostic being you just didn't care if God existed, or
no, agnostic being that I didn't know. So like
okay,
I kind of still tried to follow the rules that my mom and dad shared with me. You
right,
know, I didn't want to hurt people. I didn't want to lie. I didn't want to cheat. But at the same time, God wasn't there to judge me necessarily. So if I lied and I cheated and no one knew, who cared?
right, yeah,
And uh, the atheist. I mean, I remember the time when I just fully just like, no, God, there's no possible way that God could exist. Look at kids with cancer and God exists. I just
right, yeah. Oh man.
and
And it always what I hated that argument because I didn't know how to respond to it either, right?
oh, I love it. Bring it up now, and I'll be like, when was the last time you went to a cancer ward with kids with cancer? Have you talked to them?
Right,
Have you
right.
experienced what they're going through? Do you know what they want? Because I'm pretty sure
Oh
most
no,
of them want some kind of peace about their life, some kind of
yeah,
like
yeah,
acceptance. And God
yeah,
is a
yeah.
great telling a
He's
kid,
a great answer to that. Yeah.
yeah, telling a kid that this life has no worth to you, but you have infinite worth afterwards because of a being that isn't even what you are, accepts you for who you are.
Oh yeah. No, and I mean honestly, like even like when I'm breaking down, because when I was starting to build the change the world schools idea,
Hmm.
it's like I wanted to. Someone was saying you need to create a philosophy, a mission statement, and it's like when
Oh,
you're creating a mission statement and you're just I've got this deep love for these kids that I'm working with, and I'm thinking, all right, what do I want for them? I want success. Okay, what's success? Is that a lot of money? No, because you clearly see a lot of people with lots
right,
of money who are not happy. Okay, so success has to be tied to happiness. Okay, happiness is an emotion, so we want joy. All right, where do we get joy from? We get joy from contentment. All right, where do we get contentment from? Well, you can only get contentment from something that fills an eternal hole in our heart, which is that love that is just this eternal emptiness that every human has. So, how do I create true success for my students? The only true answer is through God. Like that, when you go through
right,
that whole path, there's only one answer to that, right?
right.
And so, uh, it was just it's amazing now, and it's great to answer now, but I remember the whole 9/11 attacks, and people saying, well, God would never let something like that happen, and it's like I had no answer for that. I had no idea how you could
Honestly,
answer that, because yeah, I mean, part of me was asking too, why would God let something like that happen, and it
right.
was just like, yeah, it was so hard to deal with because you're just like,
Well, even as a
yeah,
kid, your
you're
best answer is well, Garden of Eden, they fucked up.
yeah, so it's on them.
So, you know, what
Oh
happens
man.
We would,
happens. But
yeah.
there's in the way I see it, there's so much like God calls us to all kinds of things. God, between the three of us, God has called us to more than what I can fathom most people I've met have been called to. And it's not that they can't be
Right.
called to, they just haven't listened.
Right. It's
When I'm
exactly what it is.
when I look at stories like Moses' story, and he's like, "Oh, take my brother because he's a better speaker," and that totally makes sense. You have
Right.
so you take Arlen versus Uncle Phil. I'm taking Arlen as the speaker.
Right.
What if
Yep.
I'm taking Uncle Phil to fix my car.
yeah, but what if God called Uncle Phil to be the one that talks?
Right.
Just
Like
watch.
that's super
This will be the
important.
first time.
Like
This will be the
maybe
first
him,
time your uncles listen to your
right?
YouTube.
For you, it's the first time you actually get to see that side of them. For other people, it's the
Right.
first time they see someone stumbling through their words and they're like, "That is me." And they
Yeah.
relate to him, and
Yeah.
it's
Well.
so important for us to follow our instincts and God.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, that's. I mean, and I get so frustrated. Okay, so Stoyanka she she wanted to quit Children of Hope again, and it's like this is what I tell her. It's like, I can reach the kids so far. I can inspire them. I can give them, English lessons. I can give them some kind of hope. But, in the end, they are going through struggles I've never had to go through, never will have to go through, because I'm not a girl. I'm not Bulgarian. I'm not Roma. As much as I wish I was discriminated against, I'm discriminated marginally by Bulgarian standards.
Christian's biggest dream is to be discriminated against.
Right? I mean, because then at least I can say, hey, guys, I know what it feels like. The only thing I've got is that I'm an American, so people think I'm cool here, but,
Are you celebrity?
No. Oh, crap.
No.
Oh, I can't really say I know what you're going through without people rolling their eyes and going, you're full of shit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's with all this stuff, and it's like, I mean, I would love for you to come back, Addison, because, like you could talk to Adi about smoking. Because, again, I don't have that issue. When I talk to Zach, I don't know how to talk to him, but I want him to come because, it's when I talk to kids who are dealing with addiction or dealing with hard times, I've had some hard times, but my hard times are more internalized, more pride-based, things like that, which I can really speak to when it comes to kids who have that issue.
You set the obstacles for yourself.
Yeah,
basically,
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like when you have somebody who's going through that or has gone through that, I feel like when you are given that chance to voice your testimony, that's the Christian version of it, right? But share your story. You're doing two things. One, you're giving an inspirational talk to a kid who thinks that their life is over and they've got nothing left to do except commit suicide or, just go into prostitution or, McDonald's. I'm not saying that those two are equal, but, like that kind of stuff, give up on the world thing. But then two, you're giving yourself purpose for the shit that you went through. Like there's purpose behind that now. It's not just, well, I suck because I did this bad thing. There's a reason now where your bad is now being turned for good, kind of thing. So anyway, I keep trying to tell Stranka this. She frustrates me sometimes. Anyway, she's back in, but we'll see.
There's a philosopher. I literally wish I could remember who said it, but it was like Plato or Socrates that said to be something along the lines of to be a hero, you have to be intimately connected with evil. You have You have to understand where someone is coming from when they are taking a child to sell them into sex slavery. You have to understand why they would do that, where they're coming from, to beat it.
Right.
And I think that's one of the most important parts of accepting people that suck. Like, oh, you're an asshole. Stop being an asshole, join our church, and then tell us who the assholes are so we can tell them. Stop being an asshole and join their church and tell us who the assholes are.
Right. I think, too, the other thing is, because for so long it was, before YWAM, it was easy for me to judge you and the mistakes you made. And then, sorry, I'm going to be honest.
Even after YWAM, let's be honest.
No, after YWAM, it was more of, because I didn't know sex trafficking happened until after YWAM. So after YWAM, my focus was more on them. And it was almost a demonic kind of rage towards them where I would have these dreams of the kind of torture that I would hope to inflict on someone one day who went through that. And that's rough. I'd wake up from these dreams with a smile on my face.
Yeah, you feel great.
And just thinking to myself afterwards, even with the smile still on my face, which is, how can somebody who believes in a God of love be so happy about the horrifying things I just dreamt, And so anyway, I think when you are learning to forgive people and accept them, not only does that give you for an opportunity for them to make something of their lives, but it
Yeah.
also helps you forgive yourself, because I have things that I have to deal with that are me, right?
Yeah.
Me issues. And I don't tier them as high as sex trafficking, but still, if I can forgive that guy, then all of a
Yeah.
sudden the pride issues and the fear issues that I deal with on a daily basis, all of a
Yeah.
sudden that becomes something where it's like, if I can forgive that guy, then maybe I can actually forgive myself, and I can actually be forgiven
Yeah.
of
Mhm.
something.
For
So
sure.
I think that, and I think that's powerful. I mean, it was for me at least. It was just like, oh my gosh, like it just, it tore me apart. Like I didn't realize how much I wasn't allowing God to forgive me
Hmm.
because I was just so angry,
Well,
I guess.
it doesn't even feel like that. I mean, how often do you sit there and think, why aren't you forgiving me? Right?
Right.
You don't think that.
Yeah.
All you think is, I want to fuck this person up.
Yep.
And
Exactly. And you
I
think,
think it's one of the greatest tools the devil has, which is just like,
oh
it feels right, it seems natural, and it probably will fix problems for other people if you think about it.
yeah. Right, right.
But really, I mean, it's just going to cause more problems. This is the long run of it. This guy does you wrong. You get him back, which to his kin is just you doing him wrong, and then they get you back for
You back.
doing
Yep.
them wrong, and then you get them back for doing. It's what's the point? Stop.
Yep. Right. No, no, Addison. One day we'll be able to finally kill them off,
Right?
okay? Actually, no,
I.
that wasn't my mentality. My
Oh no.
mentality was more of, if I mess up this guy enough and then leave his body on display, I'm gonna scare the shit out of all these
Yeah.
other traffickers. So
That's what the
that was
movies
my
do.
mentality.
That's what the movies
Right?
do. They're like, they fuck him up, and the guy's like, I'm scared. I'll never come back and
Yeah.
fuck you up. Guns don't exist.
It's not true, man. I've
It's
tried it.
not
It doesn't work.
true. They always come back. I actually did a
Always
test,
come
and
back.
um, it hasn't happened yet. But for a week, literally an entire week, I've been messaging this guy. Uh,
Okay.
we played Rocket League, I think, a week
Okay.
ago, and he won. He won straight up. And I messaged him.
Okay.
All I said was, "I win." Um,
To mess with him?
I mean, I don't know what it would do. Apparently, it left an impact because for a week he would message me back saying stuff like, "You're a baby, go to daycare and be a baby," and it was I mean,
Stuff like that.
he was trying to be insulting, and all I messaged back the entire time was, "This means big win for me," stuff like that, like the dumbest shit.
It's terrible.
But my goal, my goal at first was to piss him off. Ultimately, my goal was to see how long I could get this guy to keep messaging me back. He stopped.
Responding, yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
stopped today. He might message me back tomorrow. I don't know. But like in my mind, every day it's like, is this gonna go on for a year? Is
Yeah.
this gonna last forever? I'm not gonna
Like,
stop. Is he?
Gonna reach your old age.
Addison!
I
Everyone's
know.
died
I
in the
know.
world except for him and you.
I've actually thought about like 2 years from now exit themes, which is like, Jesus loves you. Hey, we should talk like human beings at some point. Like we've been through so much, or something, just to bring
Right.
him over.
You're my closest friend right now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so funny.
But
Oh man,
like I
that's
said, he
awesome.
didn't message me back today, so I don't have much hope.
Right, right.
I'm not gonna push it.
Oh
Good
my
call,
gosh,
bro.
that's awesome.
Oh my goodness, that's
Oh,
so funny.
jeez.
This will teach him. It will, if he chooses to learn from things in life, then he might learn from
Well,
this.
and I really want to be honest because when I first started it, it was like Nothing. I messaged him one message. He messaged me back 4 messages. So I messaged him back one message, and it was like, I'm doing nothing, and he's doing so much.
Right.
But at the same time, I would be at work on my lift thinking, what am I gonna say to him tomorrow morning?
Yeah. Tomorrow morning.
It was eating up my day partially, so it wasn't just affecting him.
Oh shoot, that's so funny though.
Oh my word! I feel like you guys, in another life, could be like really good friends.
Yeah.
Or maybe in this one.
Best friends that just love texting each other every day.
Jeez. Oh my god.
So funny.
Man. That's awesome.
Oh man.
Oh shoot. You gotta love it. All right, I gotta check out you guys because Abigail finally has hit the bricks and lost everything.
There's no way she'll come back.
Just kidding, girl. There's no way she'll come back from this.
Oh, I
You
see
guys
what
are the
did.
worst.
She Pfizered the fuck out of her company or her town. Like, medicine.
Hell yeah.
Medicine.
She doesn't eat it. She's gonna sell it.
You need to eat medicine 3 times a day to be healthy.
There's a pandemic going on, damn it.
Hey, we're just prepared for anything, okay?
Oh, I forgot the name of my town. Hang on. The developers don't care saying that they have 60% deaths in their town. Take medicine.
I like how Superior Town is like a small population though, and all the other towns are a little bit bigger.
I don't have the money to buy any more.
You
Oh
might
yeah.
as well call it Sweden.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
I like it. Like the way
That
you
works. That works.
How are you guys buying all that property?
Did you guys know I almost married a Swedish woman?
Wait, in real life?
Yeah. For reals.
Who?
Wait for it, Abigail.
Her name was Laura Moody.
Oh, I think I was going to help you in that one.
I'm so glad Andrew was here. Wait for it, Abigail.
Oh my goodness. You have to, Abigail. You can't get set up like that. You're like, Addison, you're not supposed to. Oh, wait a
You haven't
minute,
said everything yet. You gotta finish the statement.
Yeah.
Was she really
My
Swedish?
goodness.
Yeah. No.
She called herself it, right?
We talked about how if we got married, we would go to Sweden for our honeymoon, and I was totally cool with that. Like that sounded cool as hell to me.
It still sounds cool. I'm not gonna lie.
It does, just not with her.
Yeah, without her. I was gonna say that Bulgarian bez Laura. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Sweet girl. I hope she's okay.
I'm sure she's grown up.
Oh yeah.
She's still American.
I don't know.
Have any of us grown up?
Okay.
Solid question. It's good question. Many Bulgarians ask this question to American people, you know.
We call Americans 50-50 because half of them are okay.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
I'm actually like this is my prime. This is where I was meant to exist. Like I am not a role model, but if I try for a week, I am.
Oh, yeah.
It's so easy.
Totally. Even when you're not, though, you are. It is interesting. I don't teach middle school so much, right? I teach, 5th, 6th, and 7th grade once a week IT stuff, so I don't really see them that much. But when I was teaching them a lot more, the last year I was teaching only middle school, the boys had figured out who you were and had started watching some of your YouTubes and stuff like that.
Oh, right.
And it was hilarious because their reaction was it was like they were saying, like this isn't your brother, because of the way you talk compared to my dorky, whatever,
Right.
teachery type of thing. And, you said shit one time, or, I don't know what the word was, right? But it was,
Right.
you said something, and I know you swear a lot or you did swear a lot anyway. So it was like, wow, they only picked out that one word. Like, I'm surprised. Like, I'm thinking, well done. But it was just, it was so funny because, they're talking, and then they're talking about you, and then one conversation, I'm sitting at a table, and the boy is saying how he's Catholic, and then the girl's saying how she's Orthodox Christian, and I was like, oh, I'm Protestant. Looks like all three of them are here. And then the other boys are listening, and they're like, wait, is your brother Christian too? And I'm like, yeah. And he says shit. And, it's like you're affecting them because they're thinking, wow, if you're going to be Christian, you can't say shit. But apparently, you can. So, so
Oh,
it's just
no.
no, it's because here Orthodox Christianity reigns supreme, and they're extremely strict. So you don't say shit. You don't listen to drum music. All this very religious stuff. And if you, are open to any of that stuff, then, you are definitely not a Christian. So then in that sense, he's opening up a world to them of Christianity possibility that their parents couldn't, for example,
Right, which isn't necessarily fair because it wasn't necessarily within the Christian boundaries. So
no, but it didn't have to be, because and this is what I believe, because
right.
I'm not at school saying, hey guys, I'm a Christian. Just want you to know the reason I'm so awesome. Like it's going to happen in a natural progression. They're first going to hear you. They're going to get drawn into the game, whatever. Then they hear in a side story, oh, he's a Christian. And now all of a sudden they're putting pieces together. Oh, I could be a YouTuber. I can say the word shit, and I can still believe in God. Interesting. And that's sort of...
If you ever want to know why I have the utmost respect for Amish people, it's because once a year they send their children out. Go experience the world. You come back if you want to.
If you want to, yes. I absolutely love that idea.
And obviously parents have influence on that, but it's like that expectancy is like you get to see the world and then you get to come back to normalcy if you want it. You can be extravagant, you can be crazy if you want. You can come back to normal if you want it. This
whatever you want, yeah.
Yeah.
And they say that
99%. 99%.
But they say
99%
return. Yes.
Oh, wow.
It's like, what?
To churning butter?
I remember this because...
And no electricity?
Right? You go from a car and a computer back to woodworking. Like, how is that something? And I remember this statistic because Greg Fritz was sharing it with us, and he was saying 50% of Adventist kids leave and only 50% ever return. And it's like, how do you get those kind of returns on such a backwards kind of thing? And
you don't like being stuck
in
a cyclical cycle of like, you're bad, I'm bad, you're bad, I'm bad, you're bad, I'm bad, you're bad, I'm bad. No, it works for people for some reason.
For some reason. Don't ask me why, okay? But it works.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's great. Like, I don't understand why Amish people work, but their numbers don't lie. And I follow Fauci to the end, and he says follow the science, and I do.
Yeah.
Are you bullshitting right now?
I follow the science, and Fauci's a liar, and Amish people have something. I don't know what it is, but they got something.
I feel like it's more community, family, friends based, and less.
Oh, it totally is. It absolutely is, and
it's the difference between a doctor.
The only reason I say this is,
and
sorry,
it's the difference between a doctor and a naturopath. It's somebody.
I would even say this because I've had a couple of families who leave here, Bulgaria, and they've gone to America, to Germany, to well, now I've got a family who's going to Bali, which is kind of the opposite as far as the economy, but whatever.
Are they taking
Anyway,
the road?
but they go.
Sorry.
What?
Road to Bali. It's a movie. Sorry.
Oh, gotcha. No, just the little city of Bali, not Bollywood. It's in the Philippines. Whatever. Anyway.
You totally got him.
You got me.
That was good.
No, it's good. It's good. Whatever. It's all good. Anyway, they go with the intention of never coming back. And they say, and I'll ask them, why do you want to go to America? And, they go, well, your country is so nice and you can make money there. And, it's so great. Bulgaria sucks, things like that. And it takes them 1 year before they are back here. And it's like, what happened?
You should start doing Yelp reviews on America. She's like, this is the 13th Bulgarian family to come back, you stupid idiots.
Well, the thing is that their country here is so wrapped up in its community, and America is not that. We do not care about our community, right?
We are literally separating communities.
Right? I remember when I first came here, and I still have this problem because I haven't figured it out yet. But when I lived in America in that townhouse for 3 years, or however many years it was the longest I ever lived anywhere. I never once talked to my neighbors. In Bellevue, yeah.
You never talked to your neighbors?
You lived underneath power lines that were 24/7. You didn't talk to the psycho people sitting next to you?
Not once. Yeah, okay.
I get that, though.
I understand the insinuation. Anyway, but not once. And, I know that there's a certain societal thing in the King County area, right? Because I know that I was a bit of an oddball. But it's like, even with, what's their name? Micah and Jill, they are now living in their same complex area for 5 years, and they know they're the people around only because they had a kid. But it was like, society is not that important. You don't have to be part of your community to be an American, right?
Yeah.
And here you have
People don't know
like
that.
there is no, yeah. No, like my neighbors still. I just went out to Kaufland right before I came to play with you guys, and my neighbor, she is so sweet, and she saw me. She's coming back from Kaufland. She saw me, and she doesn't say hi, or just wave. She says, "Hi, Andrew. How are you?" And I don't know her name. I mean, 5 years. Abigail, I can't, Abigail.
Hello, Mr. Sidney Faber. How do you do this day? How are your cats and your computers that you own?
Her and her husband know me and always say, "Hey, Andrew, how are you? Are you okay with the power outage?" Stuff like that. They have 2 children who have grown up knowing who I am, who have rung my doorbell by accident. I opened the door. Mom and Dad laugh. She laughs. I know this family, but I don't know their names.
Those are anti-American people.
Stop being so American, Andrew, and just ask them their name, because
no, that's beautiful. Abigail. I'm sorry, that's beautiful behavior. I love that.
It is so beautiful, and I've got a plan so that I got their name, which is I'm going to bring Stoyanka over. Stoyanka doesn't have a filter. She's going to be in the hallway. She's going to say, "What's your name?" Boom.
Boom. Setting new rules for good people. I love it.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know if these are good rules, but I appreciate the.
I appreciate where Stoyanka's coming from, which is this idea of, like, you don't say what you mean, and I don't understand that, so I'm not going to live in that world that you live in. So
right.
Sorry.
Oh,
and honestly, that's healthier. Just say what you mean. My child died. Leave me alone. How hard is that? Everyone would leave you alone.
Honestly. Okay, and truly, I do, like, there are so many aspects of this country where I do feel like our family is kind of Bulgarian. Like, we would have survive better in this country, right?
Yeah, it's the same as me listening to a Tyler Perry movie and being like, "That's my mom, right there. My mom is black, I think."
I think, yeah, right. Definitely act that way. So there's got to be a connection. No, I'm sorry.
Seriously.
Look at the crazy driving here matches my mom.
Yeah.
Right?
Why didn't she
Subtleness.
drive us around everywhere?
Jeez.
Doing
Oh my
barrel
gosh.
rolls through train tracks.
Right? It's fine. It's fine. We'll all figure it out on the way. Oh my goodness.
You want to go for a full 3?
For what? What?
Well, in 7 minutes we'll be streaming for 3 hours.
Whoa.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that.
I think my viewers are, yes, all of them. All of my viewers are okay with that.
Wow.
Yes.
That rarely happens. That
Nope.
rarely happens.
I'm pretty sure my viewers are in agreement every single time. Unfortunately.
Jeez.
Okay, so I just want you guys to know the way I look at my channel is the way people look at Michelangelo's work or Nietzsche's work, which is no one gave a shit until he died.
Well, I'm hoping that it happens before. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the personal
I'm gonna
vote
agree
here.
with that one.
Because that's gonna
I'm like,
suck. That's gonna
I
suck
don't-
when it goes viral.
Okay,
The
I
day
don't.
of your death, like.
Oh, yeah,
ahead.
that's okay. The only reason I don't is I would rather feel the freedom of saying what I want with you guys, to you guys, whatever I want to talk about, whenever I want, and then that being fucking immersed in society, because I think we have great ideas. I think we have really powerful religious ideas combined with scientific ideas that we can bring together and make better society. But I think if people are listening to me as a human being right now, they're going to be like, he's just a stupid idiot who didn't graduate college and he doesn't know anything. But in 100 years, they're going to listen to this and be like, oh, 100 years ago, maybe he knew what he was talking about, and maybe they'll make better moves.
You might have had an idea.
I don't care about being interesting now. I just want the ideas that we have to get out.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Good.
Although, again, I argue as someone who's pretty close to the Z generation and now the new Alpha generation that's starting to show up. Holy crap! Your ideas might be more valid sooner than later. You might actually live through that because these kids are in need of some change, and they are already turned off to many of their parents' ideas. So
it's surprising how many kids, because I'm their parents' age. I should be one of the parents, and the fact that I'm saying stuff that what I think their parents would say, and apparently they're not saying, is to me incredible.
Well, and there's certain things too that you have the ability to say to them that even I can't say. Like, what I want to say sometimes is college isn't for everyone, but I'm a teacher. I can't say that.
How dare you as a teacher?
I cannot. Yeah.
Learning to be a teacher.
I've tried. Addison, I cannot tell you how hard I have tried to say it. And it's like, as I get ready to say it to this kid who is struggling in the basic academics, and like, I mean, I get the reading and the math and everything, but sometimes we train kids to be professors, right? Mm-hmm. And so as I'm trying to help this poor kid who is trying to be taught pre-calculus and is crying because she isn't able to grasp it, and all I want to say to her is, you know what, you don't have to worry about this because you don't have to worry about college, because we're entering an age where college is no longer important. And as I get ready to say that, all I can see is behind her these imaginary parents, other teachers, my boss, all standing there going, what are you going to say? What are you going to say right now? Are you going to tell our child that she's not good enough for college, and I
Right.
can't say it. I'm not able to say it. So, but I think that
I think there's a certain time, right? There's a certain time to be able to
Right.
bring something up, and a certain age, like their brains and how they think in general.
and
Even
a
as
certain
parents,
person,
Yeah.
you're
because
educated
if
to a
you
certain level. You see your kid not fulfilling some sort of quota, and you're like, I just want the best for you.
exactly, well, and the reason I'm saying a certain person is because college was what helped me become successful for my particular path in life. Not doing college would have hurt me more than helped me. So I don't know if
Yeah,
I would even be a
but
viable
Andrew, you
person
don't
for
just
that.
need college to be successful. I work at a famous lumber yard as a forklift driver, getting paid 16, maybe even $17 an hour.
And you beat me, okay? You beat me. So,
You're not you're
I
not
mean,
really I didn't really beat you, right?
I live in Bulgaria, dude, okay? I'm barely making minimum wage according to Bulgaria's
I don't
American
That
standards.
doesn't
So,
matter. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter what you're making. No, what you're okay, you take
oh, yeah, I
no,
got
no,
you.
no.
I
You
got you.
take what you're
Yep, I
making
understand.
versus what you could make. And all that
Yeah.
money in between is just charity. So
Thank you.
what
That's
what
so nice.
what no, I'm serious. I'm deadly serious. This is the American culture. What could you make in America today if you wanted to? BECU, BCU, B
Yeah, totally.
BCU?
yeah. What could you make per month?
What is BCU?
You know,
Per month?
stop.
Me?
BCU. What's the
BCA.
school?
BCA. It's
Oh,
BCA.
BCA.
Please.
Is he trying to say BECU,
I,
or is this a new
I am
term?
I am so
BCU, like,
out of
because
what you're doing.
I was like, BCE. What is BCE? I know
I
he's
am.
trying to say, and Andrew's
I got
going with
this.
it.
I
I'm like,
got
wait
this.
a
I'm a teacher. Okay, I got this. All right. He's trying to say because cunts underscore. Nope. Let's try it again.
No, per month. What were you making at BCA?
At
Ish.
BCA, I was
You
even
don't have to
getting
be
underpaid.
specific. You don't have to be specific.
I can tell you right now, the last school that offered me a job in America
Mhm.
offered me something along the lines of $8,000 a month. Okay,
All right, and
that was roughly what they offered.
I'm working for a private lumberyard company, and I'm getting paid $16 an hour, which is about $2,000 a month. That is 4 times what I'm getting paid. American people would pay you for an education system, and that's based on what? Based on what? Your time at BCA?
Um, I don't know, man. It could be. It could be the enthusiasm I have. Like you're right. There's a lot of factors to that. Um, so did Walla Walla give me the degree to earn that much money or not?
Hmm.
So, but I also think that if I didn't go to college and was just winging it from the ground up, that would have taken a lot longer.
Yeah, but the
But I
same
don't know.
the
I
same
don't know.
offers they offered you at Walla Walla, they offered me. I went
What
for
do
a
you mean?
year. Well,
Oh,
I went
yeah.
for a year at Walla Walla, and they talked about all kinds of internships and 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 degrees I could earn working for different companies, and it's like none of those came to fruition.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You had a school that you worked at while you were going to college. You were building your experience, your degree while you were going to school. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you had an advantage over me. I'm just putting this out there so that people understand that there are some degrees that while they might be more dangerous, especially nowadays, to be a male teacher nowadays is
Oh,
terrifying.
yeah, yeah. That, yeah, that's
Like you had
especially in the States. I
yeah, you had 2 years at Sunset Lake, and I know for a fact that one year somebody came up to you and accused you of you were hugging your cousin. That's
Yeah, and she
inappropriate.
didn't let it go. She
Like,
did not let it go.
holy
That's what pissed me
shit.
off.
That
I,
was
Oh my
terrifying.
goodness.
I'm like, what
yeah.
do you think he's what?
And
Yeah,
then I was
seriously.
like, you just deal with these people and whatever. But nowadays, I would punch that person. Accusing you
Oh,
of hurting someone like Sarah? Fuck
yeah.
that person. But that's not what we need right now. We need people to look at that stuff and say, hey, this person's balanced. He cares.
Right, right.
He's not acting that way. You
Yeah,
need to calm down.
yeah, yeah. No, and I mean, this is something I'm trying to figure out because I know eventually I do want to, you know, build schools in the States again, right? But that notion terrifies me because in Europe they're much less that way. Britain isn't.
Hmm.
Britain's worse than we are, but you know, but the U.S. It seems like English-speaking countries are just hyper paranoid of that, and so it's like, how do you build a
Oh,
system that
I'm sorry.
doesn't
Sorry, Sarah.
open up child trafficking? Because you don't want to go in the opposite of, hey, chill out, okay? This
Chill.
pedophile is fine, all right?
We're
Yeah,
taking them to
like
an expert. They know what they're doing.
right in France, you know, don't worry
Right.
about it. No, you don't want that.
Ahmed
You don't
Ubed
want that.
Obal knows what he's doing. Let him take the children.
You don't
That
want
didn't
that.
make me
But
laugh. I'm
Sorry.
you know,
sorry.
We all know.
this
Sorry.
that was
Sorry.
a test, all right? Now we know.
You know what? I have to laugh at stuff, okay? That's all I'm
I
You
gonna
do.
say.
agree.
I
You
just
really do. Yep. Yep.
I
Anyway,
remember back in the
it's
day, I saw a handicapped person and I laughed. I laughed. They looked at me and they smiled and I laughed. And the person with them then went, "He's laughing at this handicapped person." And the host of the whole evening looked at me and they goes, "Would you rather him cry at the person?"
seriously?
Like,
That's
yeah. I
awesome.
was like,
Yes.
"Yeah. Would you rather me cry?
yeah,
I love this dude."
it's so
That is
good.
so
It
awesome.
was
Oh
great.
my goodness. Seriously. Oh man.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Anyway, I
it's
mean, yeah, there are
important.
moments. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, you don't want to open up bad opportunities like that either. So then it's like, how do you find that you know that that way
Right.
to teach Americans, British, the English societies that it's okay to be worried, but hey, why don't you do this? Why don't you take a look and see what is in the mind of a pedophile? Here is Dr. Abigail Faber, who can give you some ideas of what they do, or
Right.
just
But
whatever. Take yeah.
there's there's a part of it where okay, so when I was growing up, it's not like I mean, we were kind of in the generation where it was like, "Hey, don't take candy from strangers. They're pedophiles." But at the same time,
I mean, it wasn't even that though.
no, not at
We never
all.
really defined it at that.
It,
Yeah.
it was chitty chitty bang bang. The dude had popsicles, lollipops, and if you got into his wonderful lollipop wagon, it was a cage and you will die. Right? Like they started to
Sorry.
scare us, and the truth
Not
is,
funny, not funny.
I mean, it's kind of funny. It was a movie. It was
Right.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but like the
Oh man.
the ultimate point is that if you see someone in the street with a lollipop going, "Hey, children, don't you want a lollipop?" Maybe don't go towards that guy. But if you see someone in the street going, "Hey, Lauren, your mom is dying," maybe if your mom is dying and your name is Lauren, maybe you need to go to that person.
Okay, this is what it is, and I've talked to the kids here about it. It's called the red flag feeling. Adults have had it burned out of us. So, like most adults, don't have this red flag feeling as hard as others, but kids have it in spades. And I tell them
It's an
about it. I say,
instinct.
you guys have a red flag. It's an instinct, and I'm going to explain this instinct. I'm going to do it right now, and after that, I'm going to go home and I'm going to take a shower, okay? So here it is. Do you guys trust me? And all the kids, 5th through 7th grade, they all answer the same thing. Yeah, yeah, of course. You're Mr. Faber. You're awesome. I'm like, okay, great. And then I turn to one of the kids and I go, hey, your mom told me that she wants me to take you to the mall, so you should get in my car and come with me.
Shit.
And immediately the whole group just went silent, and I'm like, how many of you trust me right now? And not a single kid raised their hand. And I'm like, that's the red flag feeling.
Boom!
I don't care how well you know anyone.
Mhm.
If your
Boom!
Uncle Timmy comes up and says that shit, you run if your flags go off, because you
Abigail.
trust it better than anyone else.
Abigail.
Yep.
Best
Yeah.
teacher in the world.
What?
Best teacher in the world. We're talking to, hands down.
Best
Oh,
teacher.
You understand kids at such a fundamental level.
Right.
Oh, you're very nice. Thank you.
No.
It's seriously, like, I'll do that, and I will go home that night and take a shower, because it is so gross. Like, it is so slimy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But you have to do that because there's
You
no
have
one
to.
else teaching them this.
No, and nobody is aware of it. Like the kids, even, because this happens to kids on all sorts of social platforms.
Right.
This is why uncles are the ones that molest the kids the most, because Uncle John is my uncle. I need to trust him, and if he says that I need to do this, then I must be the one that's wrong. And they need to know.
How are you supposed to tell the difference? You have Father Andrew telling your kids everything they're supposed to do, and then suddenly Uncle Addison comes along and he's acting just like Uncle Andrew.
Right.
That confuses the fuck out of the kids. If I was a creep.
Exactly. And that's why they need to know, and that's why I do it, is, I need them to feel what that red flag feeling is.
Yeah.
Right.
So that no matter what, you can have the nicest teacher in the world, or, there's creepy teachers that are good teachers.
Mm-hmm.
There's good uncles, there's bad uncles, there's all sorts of weird shit out there in the world. But when you feel that red flag feeling, you run. And you find the one person that you trust in this world, which is usually mom. I mean, that's...
It doesn't matter how many movies you've seen where, the janitor's friendly, or the bank owner's friendly, or the mayor's a good person. Like, it doesn't matter. You have to know instinctually who you're talking to. Is he saying the right things? Is he doing the right things? You don't have to know what those are. You have to know instinctually.
Right.
This is wrong.
Right.
I have to go the other way.
Yeah, exactly.
Well done,
and we
Andrew.
get it burned out of us. What?
Yeah, it's so easy.
Well done, Andrew.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. No, but it's something where, because we're in a society, I'm theorizing now, because I feel like in the English-speaking society, it's so prominent where we're not teaching this to kids, and because of the politeness, I think because we're so freaking polite in our society, we're taught not to do that. So by the time we're adults, even though the guy's creepy, and we've got some kind of signal that's saying he's not doing what a normal human should be doing, we're taught to be polite and be accepting and, blah, 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 blah. And so then our red flag feeling has been burned out of us. So because we don't know, now everyone's a suspect. That includes Mr. Faber, because we don't know the difference between Mr. Faber, who's not a pedophile, and Mr. Whatever that name, Tomczynski, who I am convinced was a pedophile, right? Like, you don't know the difference because it was burned out of you. So now I'm going to go ahead and just treat everyone like they're, whatever. So, so that's what my theory is. I don't know.
I think it's
go,
a good
Abigail.
theory. No,
Psychologist. Tell me.
It's not just psychologists, though, guys. I mean, it's it's my own testimony, right?
Okay.
Because my testimony is I hit a red flag with my own grandfather before I even encountered that situation, and I went to Daddy because I was like, I don't know who else to talk to. I felt like I was in the wrong. I was like, it was the weirdest experience because I just didn't understand what was happening. And so I went to him, and Daddy was like, and I know, like I said, people do not have dads like ours, okay? Like, I don't know how we got so blessed. There's just not a lot of people that have dads like ours. And he's like, I don't care if it's your uncle or your grandpa. Sorry, go ahead. It totally is it is a God thing. but he said, he's like, I don't care who it is, whether it's family or not. If you ever get that feeling, you trust it because that's what's protecting you.
Yep.
And it made me just feel like a normal person. But I mean, it's your own grandfather, right? Like you would think, like you're respectful and like I just don't know how else to explain it. So I feel like you're teaching it so well because we are
because
taught
everything,
like it's important to be respectful, but you've got to teach about those red flags because
Yeah.
that's
Well,
that's
it's
so vital.
there
it's
for me there's a I'm sorry, Andrew. There's a verse in the
no,
Bible
no.
that always rings true for me. And it's to understand that you are, no matter what, responsible for your father's sins. And I understand that might be weird saying now, but you take an experience and you share it with your children so that this thing that might not have anything to do with you at all, you still have responsibility for, and you still have a chance to. Oh, I hate saying snuff out, but snuff out. You have a chance to get rid of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And all it takes is you saying something to your children. So instead of sitting there and being confused as to why this is happening, they get to sit there and say, "No, this is not okay."
Yeah,
Right. But
exactly.
we weren't. I mean, were we taught that? Like, I know we were taught stranger danger, but were we?
I was taught to
Not
accept
necessarily.
responsibility for my father's sins. That's what I was taught.
And for me, I wasn't taught any of that. Like it took me the experience in YWAM, which I didn't think was an experience until after I went through it, but I didn't realize how much I was tied to the authorities in my life. And I am
Oh,
blessed to say that, I didn't have an authority who necessarily took advantage of me, but they could have. up until my time in YWAM, I would have probably fallen prey to any of those things if that had come up in my life, because I was so bound to what authorities told me to do that I would have
right.
done it without even questioning, because it was in the book, or because it was Grandpa that said it. I just would have done it.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and it is terrifying, because you just see people who are who take advantage of it. They're very aware of that power, and they take absolute advantage of it, and that's how you end up
But
in a society where the most powerful people in the world, who I consider men, not to be stereotypical, but they have more power than anyone else, are
right.
able to exploit the weakest, which are girls.
But
And it's
for
just
me,
like they do it.
for me, this is why it's so important. Not for me to respect my grandfather or to follow in my grandfather's footprints, but to take responsibility for what my father has done. And I say that as the verse, not literally. I'll say it about Daddy. I'll say it about Grandpa too. I take responsibility. It's not because I want to be that person. It's because I want
Yeah,
to take every aspect of that person that I admire, that people admire, that makes him a good person. I want to take every aspect of that. And then anything else, clean it up.
yeah,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm not going to forgive every sin. I'm not going to make everything better, but I'm going to do the best I can. And that's all I can offer, honestly.
yeah. Yeah. Well, and it's also acknowledging too that there is generational cursing too,
Mm.
because if you're in denial of that, like, it took me a while to understand that there is generational cursing with me, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I never liked the idea that mama or daddy passed on these negative traits to me,
It's
because
very
I'm my
unfair.
own person. And yeah, yeah, yeah. But
You
it's
didn't even have
true.
a
Like,
choice.
oh yeah, yeah, exactly. So,
But
but then it's such an obvious thing, like when I am looking in the mirror and I'm like, wow, I hate getting old, the thinning hair, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is great grandma passing Grammy, passing mom.
Right.
Like, I'm just like, what the hell? No, that is not me. Get out of here. Like, no way.
Get behind these things.
Damn straight.
Give me
man.
those
No way,
glorious
I'm not doing
years
that.
and
Oh my gosh. Hate that. Oh jeez. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
it's also this thing of like I remember. I don't want to go too deep into what we're talking about, but I remember when this situation happened, and I was already in a place of hate. I hated myself. I hated my parents. Part of me hated you guys because of the way you would just let me be the way I am. I don't even know how I can explain it because it's pretty retarded.
No, you're good.
Yep. And to come to this point because I don't know how to. I don't want to. It was like getting a call from somebody was like I don't even want to acknowledge it. I'm never going to tell anybody that I got this call kind of thing, to the point where I it was like being back when you were a kid and somebody says, "Hey, would you pray for everybody?" and then he starts praying for everybody, and it means so much to me. And hearing, being able to take ownership, but also take ownership of everything. I'm responsible.
Yeah.
I need to be better.
Right.
Because of who he is, I need to be better. And that doesn't make him a bad person. That just makes me better. So I'm going to still accept him as who he is. I'm going to be a better person. And that's the best I can do.
Yeah.
You don't ever make better people by rejecting them. You don't make better people by putting them in prison.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, and I'll tell you right now, if Blizzard did anything, they did a great job of showing what happens when you focus on evil, right? I mean, every story they've ever had, they have the pure and noble good guy, and they focus so much on the evil that they become the evil they're trying to fight. And it's like, I mean, I think that's biblical, right? Like, it's just like, there's a reason he's saying focus on me and not on the waves or whatever, right?
Right.
So,
because you turn into what you focus on.
You take ownership of your father's sins, and you stop blaming other people for what they did. You did that, and you are the only one that can make it better. That's
right.
Phenomenal. I love it.
Yeah. Seriously. Oh, jeez.
I lost a lot of people, though, in my world.
Wait, what? What happened?
I only have 17 citizens left.
What?
Why? Oh, shit! Oh my gosh! Oh.
I'm sorry, I was focused on the sins of my fathers. What are you talking about?
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about this something. I was like, oh, you lost a lot of people. What? You didn't tell us this before. What happened?
I was thinking that for a second. I was like, did you lose a lot of friendships during this time?
Yeah, right.
Sorry, yeah.
I'm so focused on that. Oh, shoot. There's some medicine for you, okay?
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, do you need... What else do you need?
Wait, did you see...
What happened to you, Abigail?
No,
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you haven't lost people, but you aren't growing anymore.
I know. I don't have enough room. I need to buy land, and I don't have enough...
Okay, but you're not out of food or something like that.
Oh, like I have a lot of food. No, I'm good.
Cool.
Did you just give me 100 medicine?
300? I gave you 300 medicine, yeah.
That's crazy, because right before you gave me that, I lost 300 medicine. So now I have 0 medicine. That's such a weird thing to happen.
That was a divine appointment right there.
Oh, you just got 300 medicine. Emergency! We need 300 medicine!
Oh my goodness. Well, right now I'm dealing with storage issues, and right now none of my food is showing up. So I need to ditch stuff that is not that important. And right now, medicine. I have 2 food left, so yes, I'm a little bit out.
Hang on.
So, I am hoping to do this thing. She's working out okay.
Wait, what?
Now I need a bakery.
There's some food. I don't know how to just give you food.
60 fish, man? Stop it.
Stop. Okay.
I am set now. That's like paying back your 300 medicine twice over.
There it is. I figured out what I have now. You can stop bitching.
No, sorry. Did that sound like I was bitchy? I'm grateful for the 60 fish you sent. Nope, it's gone. It was gone.
And it's gone.
That was finished. That was really quick. So.
Oh, you don't have.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I gave that to the
I
wrong
have
person.
0 food.
Andrew, I apologize. I just gave some food to someone
good.
that wasn't you.
You guys, I've got over 100 people. You're at 27 or 19. I think if people were to starve in my city, it would be okay. All right. It would put a balance. Ooh, wheat. Yes. Okay.
Oh.
Thank you. I'll take some wheat.
I thought food was a major input, and it was wheat.
Oh,
and I poked my eye.
You like literally poked your eye?
Yeah, I poked my eye.
Are you okay?
I did a face palm, and I caught myself with my pinky.
Oh crap! Jeez.
Doesn't it make you feel like a kid again whenever you poke your eye?
Yeah. And you're trying not to look like you're crying. You're like, nah, I just poked my eye.
It's fine. You guys.
Every time.
No, it's tears because it jammed real far in there.
Yeah.
It like went that much in.
Oh man.
You can see some eye on my finger. Don't look close because it's gross.
Oh my goodness. Man.
This has been so nice.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, I actually have to go because I have a class at 2 and I gotta go eat food.
Oh, are you teaching
My
people
bells are
how
all
to
going
properly
off.
create a small town?
I wish. No, it's Jesus stuff. Which
I think you do pretty good. Oh.
Thank you.
Abigail, just start the Jesus cult. This is how Jesus would live his life. And if you want to join, sign your name and your life away here.
Abigail, what's going on? You're now cold?
What are you talking about?
She is far more of a cult leader than you are, Andrew. I apologize, but that is absolutely true.
What are you talking about?
All of her people are freezing. Like, all of her people are freezing.
Are you saying they're a part of a cult?
I don't have... my coal isn't keeping up. Why isn't my coal...
Sorry.
Abigail, allow wood to be used. I just gave you a bunch of wood. Allow...
Shit. I forgot I could do that. How do you do that?
You click, I click
checking
on the
off
house.
the wood in the house. Oh damn, man! Do you need wood too?
Oh, it's already checked.
Your guys' storage is so full. I can't give you that much.
That's because we're carrying important shit like cotton and mushrooms.
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
We've messed up severely.
Whatever you have left, dang it, you're down to 10. This is not great.
Yeah, why isn't my wood working? I need more wood.
Oh, how many foresters do you have? Do you have 12
One.
set sparsely throughout your city?
Oh, I only have one. And I can't buy any more land because I'm poor.
Like, I picture Abigail creating New York and then putting like 12 foresters in Central Park.
That could happen.
Geez. All right, there you guys go.
You're cutting down my favorite tree. Yeah, but we're gonna regrow it.
What?
I want to call it housewarming, but I'm really going to call it murder warming party. Whoa, Addison just left.
What? No, I'm auto-saving still.
It doesn't show you as being here anymore.
I'm still here.
Okay. Save.
I'll come back.
Saving the game.
Hang on. I'll come back. Oh, never mind. I'm gone.
Okay. Well, I'm saving the game. And Abigail I'll quit now because he's out.
Okay.
And
Thank you for the money.
I don't know what happens. What?
That was so nice. The money was super nice.
Oh, I've got so much money. I've got like $12,000. Well,
How?
I actually can build the town, I guess.
I just don't
I've got over 100 people.
Wait, what?
I've got people, right? I've got level 4 houses. I don't know, right? I was doing what I normally do.
Better than us?
So,
you mean overextending. I get it.
Right, well, I was starving people to death, so... But they were paying money. Okay?
Oh, June
so,
died.
Right
but that means
died,
that Alec gets a mansion. Sorry, June.
I guess you shouldn't have been dumb and starved to death.
Right.
All right,
You
Alex,
should have worked harder against your all. Read the title for today's stream.
Yes.
Are you going to say it with gumption and excitement?
Since I am furthest ahead, I will say it with the most gumption possible. Plus, you called me the best teacher earlier, so I'm okay with whatever you get. So
I'm glad I talk shit all the time.
All right, what's the title?
I sent
texting it.
It's before ostrich.
Is it the text or is it the blue screen?
The blue screen is the blue screen
is the title.
Is the thumbnail, and the text is the title.
Got it. Here we go. Technical difficulties.
Oh,
were those two?
That was really good.
Thank you. You know, I expect that in the new cut, okay? Because I do watch these after I'm done. You know.
Do you? 'Cause I don't know if you know that I have statistics. It doesn't show anybody watching anything that I upload outside of my live streams.
Seriously? Do I have to watch through the whole thing?
No, it shows me specific minutes, like the end of the Minecraft, the Stoneblock series. Did you watch that?
No, I don't watch your Minecraft one. Sorry.
I mean, those are the best ones besides these.
I watch the ones that usually star me or, you know, have me involved in it somehow.
That shouldn't surprise us.
I don't.
Ever.
Okay, so
no,
I'm not.
I watch. Sorry.
I'm not gonna pressure you guys to watch my Stone Block series, but me and Randy and Chad hanging out, it's literally like my brothers hanging out. So it's kind of like you guys. I'd love you guys to join. I think that the 5 of us would be fucking amazing. But,
okay, I'll think about it. With Satisfactory too. Crap. Like I'm selling my soul every time.
Satisfactory starting in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So if you definitely want to join and you don't have the game, let me know. If you definitely want to join and you do have the game, let me know.
Okay. If you can sell other siblings on it, I will buy the game myself. You don't have to buy it from me. So.
What is it called?
You know what, Andrew? You're important enough. I'll just buy the game for you.
No.
Nope, genuinely. If it means that you'll join for at least 1 episode, I'll buy it for you.
No, don't. Let me rewatch it, okay?
Nope.
Let me go onto YouTube and rewatch it, all right?
I already bought it.
I'll get back to you.
Yours.
Stop it!
Too late. Too late.
I think if I don't accept the gifts, it gets refunded, right?
Return. I bought it through Epic Games. Too late. You can't return on Epic Games.
This is when the video goes viral and people are like, "No, you can give me the copy. It's fine.
Um, so I have Randy. He's in for a couple episodes.
Okay.
I'm gonna probably buy it for Abigail to join in a couple episodes.
Wait,
Okay.
will I like it?
It doesn't matter. You're such a charming, interesting person that I want you in all my videos.
That is seriously one of the sweetest things anyone's ever said to me. Thank you.
Well, you're just like me.
That accurate.
All right, look, guys, this is getting boring.
He's like,
What's that?
I just
Was
threw
that
it in my
infantile?
Why, Andrew? Why are you texting me? Could you compliment me too? Andrew, I don't understand.
Yeah, I said could. I said could. Unbelievable.
Dudes, I have to go. I love you.
Okay. All right, I'll let you guys go.
Good night, Andrew.
I will. You guys have a great day.
When I start the series, I'll let you guys know, and I'll copies and all that. So
that's awesome. Thanks, I love you.
All right, I love you too.
All right.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
And to everybody watching, thank you for making it this far. We had a fun time together. And check out my descriptions below. I got Instagram. And I'm dead serious. Satisfactory's happening soon. Check it out.